The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, a Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 220, being recorded on August the 25th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks a Lot. Today, I'm joined by the crew plus one from the Great White North, Canada land, himself, Ryan Gibson, Gib8777 is back.
What's going on, everybody? Another episode of Horrible Gamers. Let's do this.
We missed you last week, Ryan.
Yeah, but you guys did a good job, just the two of you. I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Amazing job. The best job.
Yeah. Outstanding. I listened to that podcast and I was like, yeah, they held it down.
That's right. That's right. And that other voice you just heard is that Henley Merrill guy, Gunny Chief, from the West Coast to Best Coast. Gunny Chief, welcome.
Yo, what's going on? How is everyone?
Ooh.
I'm good.
I'm good. You're good?
Too. We're all good.
Ooh. And from the BlaiseXPeriance, Derreck. I think he's on the East Coast. I don't know where the fuck he's at. Where the fuck are you, Derreck?
Yes.
He's an East Coaster.
Yeah,
New
Hampshire. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire? What's in New Hampshire? What's there?
Tell us about your hometown.
There's trees.
What's your population? We're getting into this again?
How many people live there?
Wait, let me look it up.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Because I haven't lived here my whole life. I was originally from New York and I moved here, so I'm not quite sure on the population. But I mean, if it's any indication, we don't plan on living in New Hampshire forever. So if that's any indication,
New Hampshire's population is 1.335 million.
Wow, that's pretty small. I would have figured it would have been more.
yeah.
Wow.
It's small. It's a little tiny,
State, yeah, you're
a lot
right.
of small town stuff.
small
I mean,
state.
I do like that aspect where, nothing's like too overly busy, like the roads aren't too overly jammed and things like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Oregon, I think the population here is over 3 million. And, like, the thing is, like, everybody lives on the western part of the state. Like, Eastern Oregon is fucking empty desert fucking farms and shit. Then you come over here, and it's like everybody lives in Portland. So fucking cars are, like, everywhere. It sucks. It sucks.
no, I mean, it's a nice state overall, just there's not a lot to do here. Like, a lot of other states and cities have, like, more things to do. There's not really a ton to do here, so.
Yeah, same here. All there is here is fucking trees and forests and rivers and desert and mountains and
oceans.
and we have everything here. Everything. But it's kind of shitty. But it's a nice state. But I guess, whatever. It's cool. Oregon's better than New Hampshire, is what I'm trying to say.
My wife wants to move to North Carolina, so that's where we're looking to.
North Carolina. That's a cool state.
North
Yeah.
Carolina. That's a good distance away from you.
It is, yep.
Anyways, if you
Welcome
want
to
to
the show,
follow
Derek.
us, you can
Thanks.
follow us on Twitter at _HorribleGamers. You can follow us on iTunes, all that good stuff. You know what to do there. You know what to do. Horrible Gamers Podcast Community is our Facebook group. Go join it. There's lots of people in there. That's a close group, so that means anything you post in the group is not visible outside the group. It's only visible to the people in the group. So yeah, you can talk shit to your friends in there, and no one else can see it because only they can. Feedback at horriblegamers.com is our email address. You can always email us. We never get emails, but if you want to be that one person that sends us an email, be cool. Be that one person. You might get an award or something. I don't know. Should we give an award to the first person that sends an email? Send them a trophy?
I actually had one the other day.
Oh, you did?
The prize for
Yeah,
for next
I had
month.
an email.
Yeah,
I'm like,
send an
wow,
email.
this guy emailed me.
It's like a surprising, right? Like, we never get emails.
Exactly.
The only emails we get is Evan Tanaka sending us rap music songs.
Thanks, E.T.
Yeah, E.T. Hey,
The main stuff I usually get is like all these Twitter updates. Like, oh, Twitter sent me this update. Okay.
Twitter. This person followed you on Twitter. Yeah, fuck that. Patreon.com/horriblegamers is our Patreon. You can head there and pledge money to us every month because you are rich and you just want to give us money. You can do so like Jonathan Hall did, Alan Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, Clint Theo, Dirty Bite, Robbie Wheat, and David Snyder. They're all millionaires, so they all just give us money every month. Look at all those guys. They're all just super rich. They give us money every month, and we love them. We love you guys. Thank you for being awesome.
Thank you.
And if they get 2 of their friends to like donate money to us, and then they get 2 of their friends to donate money, it's like a
That doesn't seem to be happening though. Jesus.
A pyramid scheme. We need to start convincing people. We need to send door to door to sell products.
$2 more. You got to get 2 friends.
We'll give you a starter kit for $3 a month. You got to get the starter kit. Then you get 2 more of your friends to join, and then you get 2 more of their friends.
Did we? Are we doing that thing that Jonathan brought up to us in that chat?
I don't remember. I don't know. We'll talk
about the card.
Oh, maybe we'll see. We'll think about it.
We'll have to discuss it more and figure it out. But there might be something coming to you Patreon people that are donating over $10. Is that what it was? That was the stipulation.
Some terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Our intro song is done by Fowler and Twestix, and it's called The Breakout. It's a remix, the HGP remix. And our outro song is done by Brooke for free. It's called Night Owl. Go listen to them somewhere on YouTube or in iTunes and Spotify and the music places. But this is a video game podcast, first and foremost, and we're going to get into video games this week. What? You're all here to talk about video games. I'm here to talk about video games. Let me tell you about a video game I played today before the show. PUBG. Jesus played some Player Unknown's Battlegrounds Xbox edition, and guess what?
How's it running?
It runs fucking great, dude. Holy shit. I was playing it today, dude, and they've done quite a few updates, I think, because now the loading screens are different. They show different tips now on the screens, and they'll have different it'll just show a different loading screen. It's not a black screen anymore. It actually has a background. It'll show somebody shooting a gun, or somebody riding a car, or somebody on a jet ski, or somebody on a motorcycle, or somebody jumping off a plane.
Now.
It'll show the plane. Get in there. It'll show different screens. Woo!
Gotta get in there and see the load screens.
You gotta see the load screens. You gotta see them because they give you super helpful tips. For example, today I was in there and it was saying look, people don't jump out of cars when they're moving in real life. You shouldn't do that in PUBG. You should probably slow down before you jump out of the car because you will take damage. I mean, that's a super helpful tip. I didn't know that.
I guess.
I didn't know that.
Shut up.
I'm used to jumping out of cars when we're driving down the road and I'm I need to go to 7-Eleven. I'll just jump out the car, I'm used to doing that. But now I know not to do that.
You jump out of the car and it just parks itself?
Yes.
Well, if you have a motorcycle helmet on,
I'm used to
if you find a level 1 helmet, you'll be fine.
I just go into 7-Eleven, I pick up a Red Bull, and I heal myself up. It's just how it happens.
As long as you have a level 1 helmet and a level 1 jacket, be okay.
Yeah, he's got the vest. Roll out of it.
I may take some damage. I may break a leg when I jump out the car going to 7-Eleven, but I get in there, get myself a Red Bull, I drink it up, and I'm fine. All right?
Yeah.
That's how it works in real life. But apparently PUBG...
Wings, right?
Apparently today, PUBG told me I shouldn't be doing that. So now I know not to do that. I should slow down first, at least a little bit, before I jump out the car while it's moving. Okay?
Did you thank them yet?
You should also not get out of your car and dance beside your car as it rolls down the street. You should not do
if they
that.
did an update for PUBG, you could do that.
Oh, Jesus. Kiki doesn't love you.
But
PUBG doesn't love you either.
But so I was playing it today, and it ran really good. I mean, jumping out of the plane, everything seems to be, for the most part, optimized to not its fullest potential, but near its full potential. And I could see 1.0 releasing very soon, as they have announced already that they will release it soon.
September 1st.
I mean, yeah, the game, it runs good at this point. It actually stays at a steady 30 frames a second. There's really no drops. There was no crashes. There was no bugs. No no real bugs that I noticed. I mean, the only thing that kind of happened to me was I jumped off a cliff with the car because I was running from some dude that was sniping me. So I jumped in the car, I drove off a cliff, and I kind of got my car stuck on a rock, kind of like in State of Decay where you kind of get stuck on top of a rock or something.
Right.
But I mean, I could see how that happened because my wheels were like not touching the ground or anything. The car was kind of like tilted up sideways, and I couldn't get it out of there. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was freaking out, and then I jumped out the car and took off running.
Is there like an unstuck feature like State of Decay or no?
No way. No, there's no way
No,
to do that.
yeah.
If it had that, it would be kind of cheating, I think. But I mean, besides that, the game ran really good. I made it all the way to the final circle. It was like 7 people left alive. I died. Someone sniped me or whatever, headshot. But everything seems to be running good. You can now spectate people that kill you. So, like, if you get killed in the final circle and you just want to see where the match turns out, you can sit there, or even if you get killed in the beginning, you can sit there and watch the entire match. And every time somebody kills that person, it'll just switch you to the person that killed that person. So, like, if Ryan kills me, I'll be spectating Ryan if I want to. If Gunny kills Ryan, then it switches over to Gunny. And if Derreck kills Gunny, then it switches over to Derreck. So that's how it works. And you can literally watch the whole match that way if you want to, if you choose to. You don't have to, but you could. And it's kind of interesting to watch the match when you're spectating because you may actually learn something new. You know, like a new strategy or a new type of move. Or
Yeah, that's how Fortnite does it too, actually.
Yeah, you know, and Fortnite does the same thing. And when I played Fortnite once in a while, I'll sit there and sometimes watch the way people play because you actually do learn, like, a new kind of strategy, right? Like, maybe I could build a tower that goes up this way or this way. You know, you learn new shit. And that's what I was doing today. I was just sitting there kind of watching them. And it was cool. I mean, like I said, the game was really good. I'm excited for 1.0. I think the new map is going to be pretty cool. And the new features coming with it are going to be really interesting, I think. I mean, I think we're going to get like what the PC version has at this point. Because we're 2 weeks behind from them at this point, I think. 2 to 4 weeks, they said. They're trying to get like the Xbox and the PC.
It seems like they really caught up.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed because watching the PUBG video that they released on Gamescom, you know, when they were talking about like PUBG on Xbox, they were like saying like, when we did this thing on Xbox, we kind of just did it. Like, we didn't really plan for it. We kind of just like said, okay, we'll do it, and then we did it. And then we realized, like, oh, shit, this is broken, you know? So, like, they had all these people working on their game constantly because they're like, we've never developed for Xbox. We were constantly doing it for the PC. Then all of a sudden, Xbox came to us and like, hey, we need this on Xbox. We were like, okay. And we did it. And then we realized, like, oh, fuck, we got way into over our heads that what we thought this was. But, I mean, think about it. The game released last December, and it was in the state that it was in to now. I'm kind of impressed how far they've actually improved the game, and for all intents and purposes, the game is in a preview state. And for being at the end of its preview state, it's in a pretty decent form of a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people kind of forgot it was in a preview state because people like gave it more flack than it probably deserved.
Oh, definitely.
So.
I'm curious at the PUBG Corp. Just how many people do they have working on the Xbox One version? Right? Because they probably maybe they just have like a very small team, and you guys just go set up the lunchroom, you know, and this will be like your new office, you know.
You guys get
because I figured they probably have like, you know, somebody's on the X, somebody's on the day one, you know, Xbox One, and somebody has the S, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they just have like 6 dedicated people to, you know, or who knows, maybe they have 50. Right?
Who knows? Yeah, I don't know how many they have, but I was watching that video, and they said like every Friday they get together, and instead of working on the game, they all just play the game to see how it runs and take notes on it. You know what I mean? So it seems to have worked out pretty good for them. Obviously, the game will not run at 60 frames a second. I don't think it can. It just can't.
Even with this 1.0?
Even with the 1.0, I don't think it'll run it.
Man, we've been saying that from the beginning, from day one in the preview program.
I'd rather...
Well, how the hell can
what would you rather have? Would you rather have a game that's solid 30 or a game that bounces between like 30 and 60, like in between sometimes? What would you rather have? A solid, like, steady 30 or a game that runs like 30, 45, 55, 60, 55, 50?
I'm going to say a solid 30 because it's not like this beautiful Halo world that I want to see.
Yeah. And that's what I would rather have, too, is a solid 30. So from when I played today, it seems to be running pretty solid, 30 frames a second. Like jumping out of the plane, it feels smooth now. It feels like it just works. It's just like boom. Like I was spinning my character around like super fast. Like it was just working. I was like, holy fuck! Like it actually, and like everything. As soon as I jumped out, the buildings popped in. Like it was like right away. I was like, oh fuck, this is pretty cool. So it runs good, guys. If you have not been playing PUBG and you're interested in playing this game, I suggest you get back into it now before the 1.0 releases. Because once 1.0 comes out, the game is going to be more expensive. I think. Is it going to increase in price, or is it still going to be 30?
I feel like it will, but I haven't heard for sure.
I don't know. It might still be 30, right? But yeah, you can fucking buy the game, play it. PS4,
I actually got it free, which is nice. So.
PS4 version is coming, I think, after the Xbox comes out. I think the PS4 version will come sometime next year.
Do you think they'll come at 60 frames to begin with? Because it's not going to be in a preview program, but they may just say, well, here it is. It's released. And just at whatever state it's in, it'll be a completed version.
But it won't be 60 frames. If the Xbox X can run 60 frames, you think a PS4 can run 60 frames?
Maybe the X can. They just don't want to exclude the other two devices, the S and the Day One.
Yeah, but if you do it on the PS4, okay, let's say the PS4 Pro gets a 60 frames a second version. It's going to exclude all the PS4 regular owners.
That's true. Yeah, you got
pissed.
that too.
You know, like they don't want that. They don't want to get everybody mad. They're going to do 30 on everything, I think. And it'd be super cool if PUBG got on board the cross-platform play shit. You know, like if they said, like, look, we want this cross-platform, and they started pushing it on Sony too. But who knows? Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just be like, whatever, like we don't care.
I don't think.
I think as long as they're making money, they don't care. So
Yeah.
Maybe they do though, because their pool of people is slowly
Declining,
getting smaller and smaller.
Fortnite is increasing. They like fucking have so many players. You know what I mean? But I think the PS4 people will be happy to know that this is probably coming to their version, because on the Xbox One, I saw the version at the Walmart the other day. I was at the Walmart and I was walking through the game aisle, and they have obviously the disc copy there. And like on the copy it says exclusive game items or DLC, or like you get like an outfit if you buy the disc. But it says on top of the disc, it says Xbox One console launch exclusive. So like obviously it's coming to the PS4. This is a console launch exclusive. But I'm excited, man. I really am. I can't wait to play more PUBG and get more people in there again and get a freaking squad going again, because it's hard to find people to play with nowadays. Like no one wants to play. Everybody's playing.
Do you guys think that like Realm Royale is a contender for PUBG and Fortnite at all, or?
No, I don't think so. Because I watch Facebook gaming. There's a couple people that I watch, and then they recommend like 5 others. What do all of them play? Fortnite. They all play Fortnite, right? They don't play anything else. But then when there's like an update, or when this is my belief, is when Facebook says, "Hey, can you guys play Realm Royale? Can you all just play it?" Right? Because they're all paid by Facebook, right? And they make that very clear, all the streamers, like, look, don't worry about money. Facebook paid me well. But when it comes out, they'll play it for like a half a day, and then that's it. They won't play it for another few weeks,
because during Gamescom, they've had like that Hype Zone thing on Mixer, and that Hype Zone thing on Mixer has been showing Realm Royale all week, and I checked it out for a little bit, and like, the graphics look kind of interesting, but I mean, the gameplay seems kind of weird to me. I don't know, but I haven't really checked it out too much.
It seems like Fortnite a lot.
Everybody keeps saying it's just, I want to build.
It looks a lot like Fortnite.
Yeah.
It does.
Looks that way, but it plays.
It's got more of a medieval feel though, which I like the medieval feel of it.
It plays differently too. I think it plays a little faster, like a little fast and loose. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
More. And there's actually another game.
It almost has that flying.
There's actually another game that was announced this week. I got a press release. I forget who the fuck emailed me. Somebody emailed me, and they were like, "Hey, by the way, we got a new game we're making." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And they're like, "It's a battle royale, medieval times." I was like, "Oh, fucking great."
Here we go.
Go find a bow.
And apparently, I don't know who the fuck is making it, but somebody's making a game that's a battle royale, medieval times. Like, you fucking fight with swords and shit. Battle royale.
And
it's
you
like
said making is in they're not even done yet?
Well, they just announced it. Like, it's like an announcement type thing. Like, there's a press release. They just give it like to all the press. They just send like.
See, I think that's way too late. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're not done making it by now, I think you're gonna have no chance.
Yeah.
Was it Kingdom Come Deliverance Battle Royale?
No, it wasn't Kingdom Come, but it looked like Kingdom Come because like I have like it looks like For Honor mixed with Kingdom Come, like these like knights and shit fighting with swords and all that shit. I mean,
For Honor Battle Royale.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Ubisoft's getting in on it. I mean,
Let's capitalize quickly.
well, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with all this Battle Royale stuff. But like I said, I'm hyped for PUBG to come to the Xbox One 1.0. That's good news, man. I wasn't expecting that to be that fast done. Like, I was expecting them to say 1.0 is coming like in December, but they're like, yeah, in 2 weeks. I was like, oh fuck. Okay. But I could see how it is in 2 weeks because like playing the game today, you could definitely tell the game has been improved significantly from launch. Like, it's a big difference.
Well, that's good.
But yeah,
I think it said it's coming with a new map too, right? Doesn't it come with a new map?
Sandhook. Yeah, the one the PC's been playing for a while now. So there's that. And also, on top of the new maps, they've announced they're going to add the war mode where like you get like respawns. And they're going to add like a 50 versus 50, a 20 versus like 20, 20, 20, 5 versus 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Like, they're going to add like all those modes to it. Like,
yeah, kind of like the 20-person matches, personally.
They're going to add all that shit to it. Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. Anyways. That's one of the games I've been playing this week, guys. Let's get on. Move on to Ryan, because I know he's going to talk about Dead Cells, like, for the 100th time. Let's go, Ryan.
Guys, I played the game.
Did you find
You're never gonna believe this game. It's so great. Just came out not that long ago. Yeah? I don't think I've ever talked about it before.
I never have.
No, it's called Dead Cells. It's really good.
Never heard of it.
I think you own it on everything except
honestly, guys, like I cannot stop playing the game. I'm addicted to it. I've played nothing. Well, I played a couple of other games here and there, just in between, but pretty much nothing but Dead Cells for the last 2 weeks. And I'm on my way to the final boss in the game.
Wow.
I've killed 3 of them, and fuck, it's just so good, man. So much fun.
I think we know what game of the year is going to be for you.
Yeah.
we know what's going to be on Ryan's list for sure.
Well, it'll be on the list. I guarantee that.
Well, you know what's on mine too, though. So
Yeah. But Derek, I was talking to you before the show about that. I think you should do this. I think you should do Dead Cells. I think you could go deep into it, and it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look into it more. You know, I have other games I'm looking into as well, which we're going to talk about one later. But
yeah,
I mean, you know, maybe later on in the year I can look into it more.
I don't know, man. The hype is now. It just came out.
Later on in the year, you're going to be looking at Red Dead.
Yeah,
bro.
You're going to be, that's going to be a daunting task.
Derek is going to be doing shows about horses and shit. Like, today,
he's going to have a southern drawl.
All the horses on Red Dead.
All the different horse types in Red Dead.
Let me tell you about this red horse and this brown horse. They're pretty cool horses.
But the blue horse is your best one.
Now, I can do, because I've listened to enough of Derek's shows now that you can just say, and people may not know this, but if you wear the black hat.
Yeah, you put on the black hat with the black horse, then you turn into the guy from Westworld. Oh man. But cool, man.
Yeah.
Dead Cells. I'm glad you're still liking it. I'm glad to know that the game has this much of a tail for it. Like you can play it for a while and not be done with it. You know what I mean? That's a good value in the game.
Here's the thing: is at first you're gonna get frustrated, right? Like there's gonna be because you don't have any of the like cool weapons, and you're playing with all the like basic stuff in the beginning. And there's a lot of stuff that is just going to destroy you. You know what I mean? Like but the whole point is every time you finish a level, you get to all the cells you've collected, you get to upgrade something, right? Like you can permanently upgrade something or get a new weapon that will start spawning or whatever, right? Like there's a purpose to it. Even if you don't make it, there's always a purpose to finishing each level because you can. And I found out some stuff about this game that I didn't even know. Like, for instance, there's these golden doors that'll have like a weapon or a power up or something behind it that you want to grab, but you have to pay to open the golden doors.
Okay.
And then I found out that you can actually break those golden doors, but it puts a curse on you. And when you break the door and it puts a curse on you, and depending on what object was in there, if it's a really high object, you'll have to kill a lot of enemies. If it's a really low object, you only have to kill like 10 or something like that. So it'll say you pick up a low object, it'll be like, okay, you got to kill 10 enemies and you can't get hit once. Like if you get hit once, you're dead. But you can use traps and stuff, right? Like, so for instance, a lot of times when I get into the later levels, what I do is I have this one trap that I really like, and I always try and get it and level it up. And it basically shoots arrows in both directions. So I can stand above them on a platform and throw it down below me, and I don't even get hit or anything. It'll attack everything that's down there, and then I just keep throwing it and throwing it and throwing it until I kill everything. But it's a Dead Cell. Like I don't know what else to say about it. You know what I mean? Like the game is just great. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's worth playing. It's especially if you like those kind of games, if you like those Metroidvania sort of games, but it's also roguelike, right? So when you die, you start at the beginning again. So you're going through, but each of the levels is procedurally generated, sort of. So it's always different. You know what I mean? You get different enemies, you get different spawn sections, so it's constantly changing, even though it's the same, you know. But yeah, Dead Cells, man.
That brings back a lot of memories from Metroid. I think back on the PlayStation 1 or SNES or whatever I played it.
Except there's no save points. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
roguelike, right? And wow. I don't know what to expect.
The other cool thing about it is like, there's also a speedrun aspect to this game, right? Like, so like maybe you don't want to fight everybody. Maybe you want to just run through to the end because there's these doors that, like, for instance, in the second level, you have to beat the first level, finish it under 2 minutes, because if you can get to this secret door in under 2 minutes, it'll open. But if you're over 2 minutes, you can't get through that door. And there'll be like lots of money and lots of like, you know, special weapons and stuff in there that you can grab, and it'll help you get through. But, you know, I usually go through the first level and just clear it out. And it takes me about 4 minutes now to finish it, like completely open up the entire level and kill everything in it. And I usually end up with about 15 to 20 cells, right? So then I get to spend my 15 to 20 cells, and then I move on to the next level. The other thing that I didn't know about, and I found this out when I got to the second stage, because it's weird. It's like you do like 4 stages, and then you get a boss, and then you kill that boss, and you get to the second stage. When I got to that stage, there was a dude in the upgrade section that you go through, and all of a sudden he was like, oh, well, why don't you give me your cells instead of that guy, and I will make sure that, you know, you will have a better percentage chance of higher level weapon spawning, right? So like now there's a better chance that I'm going to get a really cool weapon in like the first 2 levels. So the thing that I learned was you don't have to spend your cells when you go in there. There's a door that's closed, and until you spend your cells, you can't, like, once you spend them, the door opens. But I found out that you can also go up to that door and break it down so that you don't spend your cells and you keep saving them up until you get to that guy, where you can spend your cells on him instead, because he's not in between every level. He's only traitor. He's only in the second one, right? So it's like, it's pretty crazy. Anyways, I that's enough about Dead Cells. I mean, if you guys haven't played it by now, I don't know what else to tell you. The game is fucking fantastic. It plays really well. It's, you know, like the controls are tight. It's awesome game. Just check it out, Dead Cells.
Definitely your game of the year then, or?
It's up there, man. It's definitely I can't say game of the year because there's so many good games coming out this fall that I can't really say that. And it being such a small little game, it's kind of hard. It's definitely my indie game of the year. Definitely.
Whoa.
What about Moonlighter? Where does that compare to
What's
Dead
that?
Cells? Where does Moonlighter compare to Dead Cells at this point?
Oh,
as far as numbers go?
Yeah.
Percentages.
God damn,
You
Moonlighter.
forget, bro.
Moonlighter was really good too. That was another game that I
was like your
hooked on.
side chick, remember?
It was.
Yeah, her.
I still think I like Dead Cells better than Moonlighter, but it's a different game. You know what I mean? Like they're very... Man, Moonlighter was good too. That's another game if you haven't played it. Man, check that out. It's great.
Yeah.
But anyways, Gunny, what have you been playing, man? What do you got?
I've got several on my list, but I was just reading a news article because you mentioned before the show as to why I was playing a game on Xbox called Space Lords. And I saw that this was already installed on my Xbox, and I just assumed it was from Game Pass. But the article said Raiders of the Broken Planet is going free to play as Space Lords.
Oh, I remember that game. And I remember didn't like it very much.
It was already free to play, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was free to play already.
So it's just been renamed Space Lords.
They're just renaming the game?
Yeah.
It was a stupid name anyways, Raiders of a Broken Planet.
Sounds like Raiders of the Lost Planet or something.
Yeah. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Lost Planet in it, except with like really updated graphics.
Yeah, it's like a Lost Planet horde mode.
I don't know what's going on in this game. I didn't okay, so you start off.
Guys, I played this game. I don't know what's going on in this game.
I have no idea. I didn't research it at all. And I don't think I even played Raiders of the Broken Planet.
Did you play it? Shit, how do you not know what's going on if you play it?
Why is it on your list if you didn't play it?
No, you start off and I think it's 1v4 or 4v1 or something, but I couldn't connect to any other players, so I think it just kind of dropped me into a match.
No. Gunny, it grabs, like, you're supposed to have like 3 or 4 different people with you, or 3 other people with you. I think it's 4 people altogether. And you just basically do this horde thing where you're protecting certain areas. You have to protect like a tower or something like that. And then, once you defeat that wave, now you got to protect something else. And I don't know.
Yeah,
it was okay, but it didn't hook me when I played it. It could be different now too, right? I played it when it came out as Raiders of a Broken Planet or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah, so this kind of starts out, like I said, the graphics are phenomenal. It's running in 4K. It starts out, you're like on this bridge, and there's like this like giant octopus with like 4 metal tentacles attached to the bridge. And basically just says, okay, shoot 4 of the red tips of the tentacles. But they're so far spread out, I could only find like 2 of them because these other enemies will come out and they just kind of, like, I'd say 4 or 5 at a time. And they kind of start off there a little bit in the distance.
Right. I remember this now. Yeah.
And it kind of has that Batman look to it where they're all in skeletons. So it kind of shows you where they're all at.
And the waves just seem to keep coming, right?
They don't stop because it seems like as soon as I kill one, another one will start coming from the other side.
It's almost like you should just pay attention to your objective and try and keep these guys away from you as much as possible. But didn't you have to like stay in a specific area or something like that? I can't remember.
I think there is, because I tried running straight across the bridge. I killed all 4 enemies, boom, and then I tried running all across and trying to evade like the giant octopus creature thing, and it just mows me down every time.
Yeah.
So then you can go on the left side of it, and there's like a walkway to get like the second tentacle to kill, shoot that off the bridge. But that's as far as I made it before it just kills me. So it looks good though. If anybody wants to play this, I'll definitely be willing to go in there. The controls seem really nice. The shooting seems decent, and I like the movement as well. I don't know what the microtransactions are for. They could just be cosmetic, but not sure. So yeah, that's the new Raiders of the Broken Planet, Space Lords. But it's got different modes to it, cool. Like the co-op, and it's got some other, like 2 other modes to it. So, but I didn't play any of those. Just maybe 30 minutes this morning. What about you, Derek? What did you play?
Well, one of the games I played a lot is Vigor, which I know you watched me stream somewhat. And I'm going to try and set the record straight a little bit after Jesus trashed it on a previous show.
Yeah, okay. All right, what's this?
Oh, yeah.
The shit
Or I was
game
trying
that
to
I
defend you
uninstalled.
and the game. Yeah.
Worst game ever. Fucking uninstalled.
So I don't think you gave it as much of a chance. I mean, it is a game in game preview, and it does definitely have bugs and issues still because it literally launched in game preview like less than a month ago, and they're still doing a lot of work on it. The full launch of the game isn't until February, where they're going to launch it free to play in February. But basically, for anyone that doesn't know what Vigor is, it's an Xbox exclusive game right now that is set in 1991 Norway, and you play as a person that's trying to kind of survive the world, but it has a unique feature where you're trying to build a base in your own home area, and your base, you can't actually get attacked at your base, but you enter into instances. And when you enter into these instances, there's actually PvP in those instances. So essentially how it works is you start the game at your base, you grab your loadout, you grab okay, I want this knife, I want this, Luger pistol. You grab whatever you want to grab and bring that into the actual PvP part. And when you go into the PvP part, that's when you try to get more loot. There are airdrops, kind of like a PUBG or a Fortnite, and these airdrops have the best loot, but you can also get other loot throughout the game. So your goal is to try and get as much loot as possible and escape. Because in this game, it's not about trying to survive and be the last one standing. This game is all about getting as much loot as you can get and getting out of there. Because what's cool about this game is you actually, if you get killed, you lose everything. So it's say, Gunny was jumping in a game and he brought in a machine gun, he brought in a pistol, he brought in a knife, and you got killed with all that, you lose all of that for good. And you don't get it back. So you have to kind of, go for it.
You got to tell me, how do you pull your gun out? Because that was my issue with this game. I ran into some dude and I couldn't figure out how to pull my gun out.
I thought it was RB.
Yeah, it's RB. Yep.
Is it RB? I swear to God, I hit RB.
I think you gotta hold it.
And I was so bad.
I think you hold it, Ryan. It brings up a weapons wheel.
Oh, you have to hold it down and it brings up.
Yeah, it brings up the wheel. Yep.
Worst game ever made.
Yeah, you hold RB and you bring up the weapons wheel.
Me and Jesus both had really bad.
Fuck that game. Piece of shit.
I think I just got lucky because I had more time to mess with the controls.
Yeah, and I know Ryan Tulp Jr. He watched me play it a lot too.
Who the fuck makes a game where you hold RB to pull out a gun? Just press Y.
Well, yeah, maybe they should eventually put that on the D-pad.
Or
where, it could be...
Why? Why not press
Well, then you could
Y?
equip... Because you want to choose different weapons, right? If you want to come up quietly with a knife.
What does Y do right now?
Right now, I don't think Y does anything, actually.
See? What the fuck?
So
I'm trying to think, yeah.
Like, guys, we have all these buttons. We could put the gun on Y. No, fuck that. Put the gun on RB. Make them hold down the button. Make them pull up a wheel. But, sir, we can just put it on Y. No, I said put it on the fucking wheel.
That would make sense, and maybe I think they will eventually. Like Derreck said, to defend this game, all right, it's in preview. It's early preview.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay, remember PUBG didn't even have that option for
PUBG wasn't stupid.
Jesus.
They had Y as a gun to pull out your gun. Why?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, though. Like, that's a good question. I don't think Y actually does anything that I can remember.
Game's broken.
Every other shooter has Y as the option to change your guns. Let's just make ours different by making people hold RB. That just makes no fucking sense.
Maybe the developers didn't know that, so...
I'm pretty sure they know that. I'm pretty sure they know
Does
that.
DayZ have a Y? Because these are the people that made DayZ.
I'm pretty sure DayZ uses Y, doesn't it?
Well,
Maybe
we don't
they
know.
forgot that button.
Unless you're at beta.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't have controller support on PC. Oh, maybe it does. I don't know.
I mean, I will say that, like Jesus said in the previous show, the shooting is 100% shit. You are correct about that. They definitely need to fix the shooting, but they said that's their top priority is fixing the shooting, so they are working on that. And another thing that I found
I'll tell you something, though.
Yeah,
that guy shot me real good when I didn't pull out my gun in time. He fucking shot me real good.
Yeah, I mean, some of the people are, pretty good at the shooting aspect because there's a lot of people I found that played in the beta and they already have like everything upgraded. They already have all the best guns. So if you run into those people, they're obviously going to kill you. Yeah. It just
I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention to what level he was. I was too busy trying to run away. And I ran around like 3 different corners trying to fucking figure out how to pull my gun out because I took like an assault rifle. Like I had like good guns on me, right? So I was like,
press Y?
I don't want to die. I pressed Y many times.
See, there's nothing. It's not assigned to anything. You shouldn't have done that.
No, it shouldn't. I could not figure it out, and then he finally plowed me down. Damn. He caught up and plowed me down. And I haven't touched it again since. That's the only time I ever played the game. I was so mad.
Derek, real quick, game? Do you have a hard time finding matches in the game when you're playing it, or is it easy to find people to play with?
Usually, I don't have a hard time. There's a couple of times I've had issues where I have to wait like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
It's never anything like too horrible, but I know in a couple of my streams, I'm like, well, sorry guys, I've been looking for a match, but it's only a couple times that I've had that, but most of the time it's not that hard because they have 6 maps out right now, and basically they have 2 maps on rotation at a time. So because of that, there's only 2 maps you can play at a time. So I think that helps with the finding games because the other 4 maps aren't available. Like how they do is on a timer. So like say, okay, this map you can play for 2 days. When that 2 days ends, another map comes on the rotation. That's cool. How they do their map.
All right,
that's cool though. Yeah, at least they're. How different are the maps though?
Yeah.
I think they're pretty different. I mean, some of them are divided by a river. Some of them are completely covered in snow. One map is like completely rainy. So there's definitely some variety there. I think maybe 2 of the maps probably don't have a lot of variety, but there's one that's like a train station, which is really cool too. So I think they have a lot of variety already, and they are planning on adding a lot more to this game because, like I said, it's in game preview. They're planning to add co-op to it. They're planning to add more maps. They're planning to add more guns.
Can you squad up with people yet? You can't?
No. Currently, it's only solo, but they know people want co-op, so they are planning to do 2-player co-op. They haven't said anything about any more than 2 players, and I don't think it really worked for more than 2 players because the map size is either 8 or 16 players. If it's a small map, it's 8 players. If it's a big map, it's 16. So I don't think it would really work if it's more than 2 pairs of 2.
Yeah, so, it'd have to be 2.
And I also heard what people were trying to or were attempting to do, and it did work a few times where they were able to just like press start at the same exact time to try and be in the same instance.
Together. Yeah, that's kind of
cheating though. What the fuck?
But then I don't know how you find each other. I guess you would have to go to the same exact place, and does it show their gamer tags?
Stand by that tree over there, bro. I'll be there in a minute. Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't show a list of players.
Yeah, that's kind of that's straight cheating.
You can't mark the same spot in the maps. I mean, they must be talking on mic and be like, "Hey, meet me over at the the third bush on the right."
Yeah, like I'm over here.
Yeah, the barn over there, the red one.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, cool.
People are getting upset about that, which that's why they are trying to add co-op to deter people from doing that because people want to play together. That's why they're doing it for the most part. So, which I do get that people want to play together, but like, don't ruin the game for other players by jumping in when you're not supposed to. I mean, so like
cheating.
Like if Jesus and I jump into the game together, obviously we're going to be overmatching the other 6 people that are in the game solo.
Tag team shoot everybody.
Yeah. Exactly.
I suck at shooting, you suck at shooting, but if we both shoot at the same time, we can hit this guy. That's fucking stupid. But I guess is the game. I have a question. Do you think the game will be reset when it releases free to play? Like meaning everybody who had the game on preview gets their level reset? Because I mean that seems kind of unfair, right? I mean, the game launches and then.
I don't think it will because like
leveled up and have all the cool shit, and like they're gonna just destroy all the news.
Right,
it's gonna suck.
I mean, I don't think they will reset anything only because you have a 2-hour free trial right now, and then if you want to keep playing it after that, you have to pay $20 for it. And I think for the people that paid $20 for it, it would be kind of unfair to them because they already paid for it.
You can give those $20 people fucking cosmetics. Like, here you get an outfit, dude. Cool.
You do actually get that.
I think there'll be rewards. I think they will reset with rewards. Just
we'll reset you, but here's like a crate. You get a special crate with like a gun, one-time use gun or something.
No, probably just more cosmetic.
They might do that. I mean, I know from like the
Maybe
beta to the game preview, because the beta happened before the game preview. All the people from the beta, they weren't reset at all. So like that's what you're finding in some games right now is like some people already have like, oh, I have the top tier base right now. I have like all the guns, like So that's what you're finding right now somewhat. So you are correct that it might help the game more if they reset it before the free to play
it would
part.
Just make everybody like a level, because it would be. This is a game that I'm not gonna try again now, but maybe when it comes out free to play, if I have nothing better to do with my life, I can download this shitty game and try to play it. But if like players are in there that are just gonna destroy me, I'm gonna be like, no, screw this. I'd rather play another game like PUBG or something.
It might be ranked also. They could just have noob servers.
There you go. Like they're gonna be like noob servers. You play over here, and we help all the higher players over here. Like they could do that too, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Whatever.
Yeah. I definitely like the game a lot, though. I mean, like it does have a lot of issues. The other big issue I have right now is the looting mechanic. Like, how in most games you walk up to something and you just, hit X or whatever it is to loot it. Like, the problem with this game is, like, you have to stand in an exact spot to loot something. So, like, say you're walking up to the truck and you want to loot that truck. You have to go around the truck. Okay, can I stand here? Nope. Can I stand here? Nope.
Yeah.
It's right here.
I found that, yeah.
So
don't stand too close to it.
So you have to, like, find the exact spot you can stand at the truck to loot it. So, like, that's one issue they know about as well. They're working on, fixing that. But I think if you can, just bear with the issues for now, then you'd probably enjoy the game, because they do have a nice concept, I think, because all this loot you take back into your base, you can actually use that loot to upgrade your base, and you can make your base better. And they are working on more base upgrades. Right now, level 6 is the highest you can go, but they do have up to level 14 like shown on the map. It's just not available yet because they're working on it. But they have that coming. They have a store coming, too, with like more cosmetics. So they have a lot of things that they plan on, working into the game. It's just early on, so they don't have a lot of it yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
So the game launches in February. Is it going to launch on the 22nd? That is the question. Every game seems to be launching on the 22nd that fucking month. Oh man.
We thought fall was going to be bad. I think fucking winter next year is going to be crazy.
It's going to be super crazy.
What? Crackdown 3.
Wait, they've got
that big Anthem game.
Anthem. That was it. That was the other big one. Yeah.
They have 6 months. They could do it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
I kind of wonder if anyone's still going to be hyped for Crackdown 3 by the time it comes out. It's been delayed so long.
I will. I don't think people are going to be hyped. I think people are just going to get it because it's going to be on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's going to be on Game Pass.
So everybody's going to be playing it because of Game Pass. So it doesn't really matter if there's hype or not, because I'm pretty sure Microsoft is like, we don't even care if there's hype. We're just going to put it on Game Pass anyway. So whatever, people will play it.
No, that's a good point, because I have Game Pass. Like, I'll probably play it just because of that. So
yeah, everybody will. Even people that are not hyped. Because me, if it wasn't coming out on Game Pass, I probably wouldn't buy it. But since it will be there, I'm going to try it. Why not? But yeah, other games that I played.
That's the beauty of Game Pass, though.
Yeah, other games that I played this week, guys. Speaking of Game Pass, Bomber Crew. I'm still stuck on that game. Still hard as hell.
God.
Fuck.
I gotta try it out so I can see if I can help you.
Dude, that game is hard. So hard. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm like stuck. I don't know. It's a hard game, but
what about? Have you considered starting over fresh and going? Okay, I know. This is how I'm gonna. Man, you did this in City Skylines. That's not even like a.
Don't
difficult
tell me
game.
what to do, Gunny. Don't tell me. How
no, I'm telling you. I'm suggesting what you should do.
I don't want your suggestions. How about that?
Because I haven't played this game and I don't know anything about it except for what you told me. But have you considered it though? Like starting over, going, okay, I know how I'm going to go from beginning.
Jesus, I think that if you do that PC thing that we were talking about before the show, maybe Bomber Crew might be more fun
on a PC
for you if you played it on PC.
It might be. I think it's not the controls that I'm having trouble with. It's the fact that like the game is just hard in general, man. Like I get the controls. It's just the game is really hard. I don't know. You might be right. It might be easier to control on PC with the mouse or whatever. Like,
I feel like it would be.
yeah, it might be. It might be that I'm just having a hard time controlling the plane and getting killed. It's fucking hard though. But of course, last week we played some more Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Halo Night. We had a lot of players on Halo Night last week, and we all ended up playing free for all. And it was pretty cool because we just played custom matches all night. Of course, Brink destroyed everybody in free for all. He won like every match. I don't think he lost. I don't think he lost once. Not once. He beat everybody by like a significant amount of kills. Like he didn't just beat like us by like one kill. He beat everybody by like at least 10 kills, if not more. So he destroyed everybody, but it was fun nonetheless. I mean, everybody got kills. Brian Tope Jr. killed me a few times. Jedi of Light killed me a few times. Other people. It was fun. ADL Radio was there. He was playing with us.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Everybody was having fun. It was a blast, dude. So continuing that tonight, probably we'll play some more Halo, if not Star Wars Battlefront 2, which everybody seems to have bought that game recently.
It was $9 this week or last week, right?
Yeah, it was on sale, right?
Oh,
so
man.
why not?
So we convinced everybody to buy it, and that game is fun. I'm still.
That's
trying
what
to
I
rank
played
out
with
my
you guys
people.
last week, and,
Yeah.
and we did. We were having a good time.
Super good time. I fucking love that game. I just love it, dude. I love everything about that game. Like the music, the fucking characters, the graphics, the fun. It's all there. I just wish they had more maps. They're just never going to. They're never going to because the game.
Because we took away loot boxes.
Yeah, the game is a
failure.
failure in EA's eyes. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like they're not ever gonna add support to that game. It's like Mass Effect Andromeda. Like they planned all this DLC, which the game was definitely designed with DLC in mind, and then like they're just like, well, you guys hate the game, so we're just not gonna make the DLC. Fuck you guys. Like that's such bullshit. But whatever. I guess it's EA's decision. I mean, it's kind of shitty, but well, I get it.
I mean, they know they're going to make money either way, so they don't really care.
They don't give a shit. Yeah, they're
Right.
like, whatever. We don't care about you guys. You're just numbers for us. We don't care about gamers.
Pretty much their answer would be like, oh, have you heard about my new Madden? Yeah, you want to buy my new Madden?
Yeah, have you heard of this new game we're making? This other game, Battlefield 5. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Battlefield 1 continues to be a good game. They've updated it now where they apparently fixed the problem with the party issues. And yeah, so there's that. Battlefield 5 coming out here pretty soon. Beta coming out for Battlefield 5, guys. Are you excited? Beta September 4th for people who pre-ordered.
Open beta. Oh, just the pre-orders?
For pre-orders, it's September 4th. Open beta September 6th for everybody. So get on in there if you're excited to play the game. Comes out next month. I don't know if it's going to have a Battle Royale beta. They have not mentioned that yet. But Call of Duty has confirmed that they are going to have a Battle Royale beta September 11th or something like that. September 11th or 9th
I'll be
or
on
something
vacation.
like that. So you will be able to play the Call of Duty Blackout mode. Is what it's called. It's not called Battle Royale. It's called Blackout. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know. It might be good, right? Like,
Yeah.
it might be really good. I don't know.
So is that going to be open, or is that for pre-orders only?
I think that's only for pre-orders. It might be open though. I don't know how they're gonna do that one.
I hope they do an open because I would like to try that, but I have no interest in pre-ordering Call of Duty.
Ryan, you might be lucky because you have a gaming PC. You might be able to play it on PC open because last beta for PC was open. For consoles,
was it?
For consoles, you had to
Yeah, but-
pre-order.
Mouse and keyboard for Call of Duty.
The Call of Duty on PC was open beta. You didn't have to pre-order it. You just had to download it on the Blizzard launcher or whatever, and you could just play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that might be a bigger hit. That might be a bigger hit on PC than it is on consoles. You never know. I think
Yeah.
it'll be a big hit either way because the game it's going to be a big game regardless.
Yeah, they're going to sell a ton of that game.
Yeah. I had fun playing the beta, dude. I'm actually thinking about buying the game. I had fun. The game was fun. Like, I don't know what they did to it, but it was just fun.
Are you
I
upset
just
about the single player issue at all, or like that they're not going to have it? Or
It's kind of shitty that they're charging $60 for a game that like the graphics are not good. Like it seems dated. Like it's just like wow. You know, you're playing games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, then you go to Call of Duty and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, these windows don't even break on this car. Like, I'm shooting the car doesn't even blow up. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like it's like they taken stuff out that they had in there before. Like, before you could break windows and shit. Like, now that's all gone. Like, it's like they just dumb down the engine more and more and more every time they make the game. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, for me, it's been years since I played a Call of Duty. I mean, the last one I played was Call of Duty Ghosts. So.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
That was the shitty one. That was a real shitty one.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was the one that I never even bought. I think I rented it and I was like, yeah, good thing I didn't buy this shit. It's so bad.
I did like the extinction mode in that though. That's like the only thing I ever played is the extinction mode.
Yeah, that mode was super cool. I wish they would have brought that back, but they're doubling down on zombies. That's cool for people like my brother who like zombies, and that's all they ever play is zombies. That's all my brother ever plays, dude. If you ever see my brother online, you will see him playing Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, Zombies, or whatever the fuck it's called. So dumb. So dumb.
It is pretty addicting, I'll say that. So.
And I watch him play, dude, and he does shit that I've never seen nobody else do. Like, he knows all the Easter eggs. Like, he knows how to get on top of the buildings and, like, hack the map and like, spawn aliens. Like, instead of zombies, they're aliens instead of the zombies. Like, shoot this spaceship that comes down from the sky. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I don't get it. But, I mean, there's a whole community that's all they play is zombies, and he's part of that shit. So, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll just get into my last game here because I know lots of you guys played it. We could just discuss it. State of Decay 2. Been playing it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same
Fun
here,
times.
obviously.
Fun times. I'm on my last playthrough, my last community, I guess I'm going to make. Trying to get the Warlord campaign or whatever done. Yeah, just that. State of Decay.
Yeah, the Warlord's definitely a fun one. I mean, my favorite one's probably the Traitor to play. The Traitor was, I like that final mission for the Traitor. It was a lot of fun.
Where everybody betrays you and you have to kill everybody or whatever? Is that what happens? Yeah, like where the one group shows up and they're like, fuck you, we're going to kill you guys and take all your shit. And then all the zombies show up and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. I should have brought a bigger gun. Yeah.
So it is a lot of fun because you have like two things in once. You have like a betrayal and then a zombie horde. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. I had that happen. Yeah, I was playing it. And I was like, and I had a revolver on me. I'm like, I should have brought the 50 cal. Why didn't I think like they were gonna betray me? I just didn't have that in my head. Like, it just
Right.
happened, and I was like, oh my god. I was thinking to myself, like, here's a Juggernaut coming in, and a Screamer, and a Feral. Like, I should have brought the 50 cal with me. What the fuck was I thinking? And I just didn't bring it, and so I had to like kill the Juggernaut with the stupid axe or something. It was shitty. Shitty.
Yeah, I'm still in Drucker County.
That's where I end up playing a lot. I mean, I load into Drucker all the time, it seems like. So I definitely know that map the best of all the maps.
I don't. I've never played on that map.
Hey, Derek, should I unlock? I have enough resources now to go to the mall as a base. And I forgot the name of the base that I'm at now, but it seems like it's a pretty good base. It's almost like right in the middle.
You're at Mike's Concrete, probably?
I heard you mention it on the show, but it's got it's the one with like it's got the big sign, but there's no like actual like letters or anything to it. It's kind of like up on a slight hill next to a couple warehouses. But it seems like I like the location, and I think it's
feel
got
like you're
two
talking
large
about
slots.
Mike's Concrete.
Yeah, it's got two large
sounds
slots.
like Mike's
to it.
Concrete. So personally, like, if you haven't ever tried the strip mall, I would go there just to try it. But in my personal view, which I said on my podcast about Tucker County, I think Mike's Concrete is a better base overall. So I think Mike's Concrete offers you better value for, the influence you can spend and everything. Because, like I talked about in my podcast, the abandoned strip mall, it has some built-ins that are already built into there that I don't really like as much.
Like the restroom. Like it did have that restroom to it that didn't really serve much of a purpose, like you were talking about on the show.
No, I like the restroom. I mean, because the restroom you can use, you can clean the toilets, which gives you an extra 10 morale. So that is nice to have the extra morale because basically it's free morale. You just have to use like 2 labor to get it. The biggest problem I have with the strip mall was the fighting gym because it has a built-in fighting gym. So like if you're already experienced at the game, you already have your characters leveled up, then you don't really need the fighting gym. It's just kind of like sitting there being wasted.
Makes
so, like,
sense.
if you're, newer at the game, I could definitely see why it helps you. But like in my case, I mean, I already have like every character I have pretty much leveled up. So, I go there as like, well, here's a wasted spot. See what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, and I have even talked to the devs about it, and he definitely, the guy that makes all the bases and everything, he definitely sees my point on that, and he would like to, go back through and balance some of the bases further at some point. But
yeah, I like the fact that they listen to your show and actually give you feedback or even try to correct you on your own podcast. I think that's kind of cool,
Yeah, definitely. No, like the guy that does the live streams every week for Undead Labs, Jeffrey Card, I talk to him every week, and I talk about the game with him and stuff like that. So it's nice to talk to him all the time.
Yeah, it's like a listening strategy guide for me. So yeah, thanks for all the tips, and I continue to listen and keep playing this game.
And I don't know if you guys heard about the new DLC.
No, I didn't
Daybreak, right?
hear about it.
Yep, Daybreak, yeah. Which the podcast I just released today gives you all the news you could ever want on Daybreak. So there is literally nowhere else on the internet that you're going to get this much news about Daybreak.
Except right here, right now. Let's talk about Daybreak, guys.
What does Daybreak offer? I know it was announced at Gamescom, right? But I didn't know what
so it's announced at Gamescom. Basically, Daybreak is a mode that's like a horde mode, and you have to defend your technician. Your technician is trying to do like a satellite uplink, and you have to try to protect them. And, the horde mode has like walls. You can climb inside or outside of those walls, and you fight all the zombies you would normally fight. But there is a new zombie that is a Blood Plague Juggernaut, which is, pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy as fuck.
Yeah, the Blood Plague Juggernaut, I've seen him on streams a little bit, and he definitely hits hard. And he can, you can get Blood Plague, and you can die from the Blood Plague in this mode.
Can you cure yourself from the Blood Plague? Like, if you get it, can you cure yourself?
You cannot.
So, like, you're pretty much, once you hit and you get it, you're going to die, no matter what.
It depends, because the whole mode, like, if you make it all the way to the end, it's supposed to last around 45 minutes if you were to make it all the way to the end.
Man, that's crazy.
Well, in the vanilla game, Derek, it shows on every time I get the Blood Plague, which seems to be frequently now, maybe because there's just too many plagues around. It'll show on my screen that I have 2.5 hours, of in-game time to cure myself, which is pretty easy. I can go back to my infirmary,
and cure yourself,
create a cure.
Right, which that is true in the base game, but in the Daybreak mode itself, you're still going to have like that 2-hour timer or something. But I don't know if you've experienced this, but like say you start that timer, right? Say it says like, okay, 2 hours till you die from Blood Plague. If you keep getting hit by Blood Plague zombies,
up, right?
that timer goes down. Yeah. So like if you keep getting hit, it'll be like, okay, 1 hour left. Okay, now you have a half hour left because you keep getting hit by Blood Plague zombies.
Yeah.
Because there is a meter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like because the mode only lasts 45 minutes, you can still die from Blood Plague if you get hit too many times from Blood Plague zombies. So that's how you would die from Blood Plague in the Daybreak mode, because if you get hit too many times by Blood Plague zombies, you can just die outright from that.
How are you going to be able to pick up ammo? Like, are you going to have guns in this mode or just melee weapons?
Nope, there's guns and melee weapons. You start with a gun and a melee weapon, and then when you start the mode, there's 3 supply boxes, which if you listen to my podcast, you'll find out exactly what's in those, but there are some like guns, ammo, things in those. And basically those supply boxes, they don't resupply, but throughout the mode, if like say, you made it through wave 1, after wave 1, they'll drop like what's called Clio drops. And these Clio drops have like more supplies for you. So but you have to go outside the walls to get them. So it's kind of like a little bit dangerous. You have to go outside the walls, grab these drops, and then, hurry back.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool like that.
Sounds pretty cool. How much is the DLC going to be?
If you have the Ultimate Edition, it's obviously free because you already bought the Ultimate Edition. If you don't have that, it's going to be $9.99. But if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you get 10% off.
So $9?
Okay. Yeah, basically, yep.
All right. Sounds cool, man. Yeah, I might get that one. I didn't get the 4th of July one because I was like, it doesn't seem to add much besides vehicles and weapons. But that new one, that horde mode sounds pretty fun.
Well, the cool thing, too, is it introduces a new currency called Prestige Currency, which basically, like, the more you play this, the more prestige you earn. So, you can earn it just by killing zombies. You can earn it by clearing waves. If you beat the whole thing, then that gives you obviously more prestige. Yeah. But you use this prestige to bring the weapons from Daybreak into the base game. So like say, there's like, oh, I really love this really cool shotgun from Daybreak. You can bring that shotgun into the actual base game using Prestige. And not only that, the Red Talon soldiers you play with in Daybreak, these are like, super souped up soldiers because they're like made for the Horde mode. So they're like super souped up, like their skills are, wicked amazing. You can actually bring those Red Talon soldiers into the base game as well. But it costs a lot of prestige to do that, apparently.
Okay.
That's nice. I like how they accompany each other. Very cool.
Yeah, so it's very cool because basically you can play Daybreak to help you out in the base game. So it kind of like works together. So it's very cool that way. And like I said, my podcast goes over like literally everything on it, the one I released today. So
nice.
Because there was
list that tomorrow.
Yeah, there was an Xbox UK stream, there was the Undead Lab stream, there was an interview at Gamescom, there's been articles. I went through like every single thing about it and I sifted out all the
Yes, you do.
So,
All right.
I sifted all the information out.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Great.
I will say real quick though, we did mention that Call of Duty Extinction earlier. I would like envision it a little bit like that because remember in Extinction you had the drill you had to protect.
Yeah.
It's similar to that where you have to like protect the technician, but that's the main similarity because like you have to kind of protect this thing. So like it's not like a horde mode where like say Call of Duty Zombies where you have this horde of zombies running at you and you can kind of go wherever you want. Like you have to actually stay around the area a little bit to protect something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah.
More teamwork.
Definitely, yeah. And speaking of the teamwork, you can play it with up to 3 friends. And you can also play a solo. If you play it solo, there's going to be 2 AI helpers to help you. So you'll have 2 NPCs help you.
Cool.
All right.
State of Decay, baby.
State of Decay.
Yeah.
Woo! State of Decay.
I'm always playing State of Decay every week, so.
Ryan is bored. Look at him. He's like, what the fuck? Fuck this State of Decay.
Or Ryan, he's the only one that doesn't play it.
Ryan, wake up. What else do you play?
Wake up, Ryan.
What? Huh? What?
played a game,
What?
right?
You guys are done talking about State of Decay? All right. I played a little game called Thumper.
Thumper, is this a rapping game? Do you rap in this one?
You don't rap, no. But it's like it's basically, you're pushing buttons to the music and you're this little tiny ship and you're flying down a tunnel and like things will come down and you got to hit the button in time. So you're like going to the beat of the music. And I didn't get very far in this game. I know a lot of people have said it's really good, but I don't know. I just couldn't. It didn't click with me. But I don't know.
Played it on Steam.
Being kind of cool. Yeah.
I don't think I own it. It could have been from a previous game share, but man, I didn't get very far either. Like
It's hard, right? Like
maybe like 10 minutes in, I was like, all right, now you're in the higher levels.
Yeah.
And here I am trying to just use like
you got to turn around the
mouse and
corners
keyboard.
and
You
push
would
the
be
button at the
more-
same time.
Yeah,
It's
you'd
like-
think it'd be more easier or I'd be more responsive with a mouse and keyboard, but I wasn't.
Yeah. But I don't know. Thumper is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. It was on sale. I got it on sale. It was like $4 or something. So
Yeah. I'm sorry. I played with a
Support.
controller on Steam. That's
Yeah.
what I did.
I also played a little bit of Sea of Thieves last night with Destro and Penpoint Red, and they were both fucking drunk.
Like real life?
So you can,
drunk?
yeah, like real life drunk. So you can
Okay.
only imagine how that went down.
Oh, boy.
It was fun. I
Did you
like
play any
Sea of-
first sales?
No, we were just. I don't think Destro's played it very much, so we were just kind of like doing some gold hoarders and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I still love that game. It's fun to jump in when you got some friends and just do stupid shit.
Yeah, I played some more of that as well, and I play Cursed Sales. I literally tried to play Cursed Sales for 6 hours, and I still did not beat it. So,
Really,
I want to play
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves, guys. I really do, but man, I don't ever have time. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
no, we were
Gotta
getting
make
really
time.
frustrated.
Like,
Like,
gotta make time.
what if today I play it? What do you guys play with me?
I would play.
Let's get
I
down.
can't today because I have to work
I
tonight.
need 7
but,
hours.
I mean, I would if I didn't have to work.
Yeah, that game it seems like a time sink, dude. Like, oh fuck.
That's
It is.
the problem
Every
I'm
time you
having
get
with
into
it.
that game, you're
It's like you
spending
can't-
3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, like you can't get in there and be like, oh, I'm gonna do like a few quests and then get the fuck out. Like, no, you have to go in there and like set up your ship, could take off, go sell for
Get your
20 minutes.
resources.
Yeah, 20 minutes to get your resources and get to the first island you're going to, 10 minutes to fight whatever's there, and then and then like 10 minutes to
Yeah,
sell
'cause
back.
I know when Ryan and
it's
I
like-
played, we had to like wait to actually do the mission we wanted to do. So
Yeah, it's-
Oh
And
yeah,
it's like trying to gather a bunch of 5-year-olds to get on a school bus, right? Come on, guys, let's go. We're leaving.
Yeah, like it takes
Oh yeah,
forever.
especially when you're playing with Destro and Penn.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
I'm yelling at Destro last night. I'm like, fucking, put the sails up. Put the sails up. Destro, put the fucking sails up. He's like, what? Smash. We crash into the island. What'd you do, Ryan? Why'd you crash into the island? God damn it.
Fucking Destro.
Destro.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Private
John
Destro.
Tenfoot was probably just over there, just.
Well, Penn was down. Penn was watching the map, like he was doing his navigation thing, like he usually does.
Yeah.
But
That shit takes forever.
sinking, guys.
I don't have the patience for that.
yeah,
game
see,
sometimes, dude.
that's kind of the problem of having more and more with it. Because like when it first came out, I had a lot more time in my hands because I had just started the podcast and things like that. But now that I have less and less time in my hands, it's more frustrating for me to play Sea of Thieves because I can sink so much time into it and accomplish like nothing. Because when I played it for the 6 hours and I didn't beat Cursed Sails, like my whole goal for that night was, okay, I want to beat Cursed Sails. I wasted 6 hours into the game. I did nothing. Like I got no gold, got nothing. Like
you get nothing.
I got nothing from it.
Yeah.
So,
and then sometimes you'll play for like 2 hours or 3 hours and you'll get like 2,000 gold. And like you'll level up like maybe once.
or even worse, you play for 2 or 3 hours, you get back to the outpost and somebody sinks you.
Yeah.
And then you lose
You
everything.
don't. You get shit.
everything.
You lost everything that you just fucking fought for the last 2 hours. Like, oh, so annoying.
Yeah. No, the problem with like the Cursed Sails when we played it this week, remember Joe that we play with, Ryan? I play with him again.
yeah,
And we've gotten to Galleon, so it was me, Joe, and a couple of other friends. And we got into Galleon this time, and the problem we kept having is the barrels that of like supplies that are supposed to spawn in the water. We go up to these supplies, and right when we get there to resupply, they kept despawning. So that was one of the issues we had, where like the game kind of screwed us over because we'd like be in the middle of the battle. We're like, there's some supplies to the left. Let's go get these supplies. We make it over there. The barrels despawn. It's like, what the hell? Like, what the hell, game?
Yeah.
And the other issue we had, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, the other issue I was going to say we had is they were supposed to have an update where like the spawn timer for the enemies is, increase. Because like say they sink you, you're supposed to be able to sail back to them and continue the battle. Well, when we actually sunk, we go back to continue the battle, but then they wouldn't respawn. So like we'd sail around and, we'd sail to like where you're supposed to be. Be like, okay, we're sailing here. Let's try a little bit down. Let's try a little bit further up. Like we'd sail everywhere you're supposed to, be. We're like, where the hell are these enemies? By the time the enemies actually spawn back in, it would reset everything. So like we were maybe we were like 2 or 3 ships. Like you have to sink like, I don't know, 7, 8, whatever it is ships, like to actually win the whole thing. Yeah. We were like 2 ships away from winning. And then we'd sail back there and the whole thing resets. So that's why we didn't beat it.
All over again.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why we didn't beat it because 2 times we got to like, 2 or 3 ships less and then it reset on us. So that's why we didn't beat it because it kept resetting on us when we sailed back there. So it was really frustrating because we only sunk like, 2 to 3 times out of the 6 hours, but it just kept resetting on us. And it's just really frustrating at that point. It's like, I don't even want to try anymore. It's like, whatever,
And it's also really frustrating when you spend so much time gathering all these cannonballs and all these planks and everything. And then you get there and you're like, yeah, we're loaded up. We're ready to go. You take down a couple of ships and then your ship gets sinked and you lose everything. And you're like, oh, God damn it. Starting all over again.
Yeah, because actually when we first tried it, there was a guy that like he got on early. He loaded up an entire ship of supplies for us. The rest of us got on. We sailed over there, and then like 2 of the guys were confused or something. They didn't bail water like fast enough, and we sunk like right away. And all that time the guy spent getting supplies, it was just gone.
Yeah.
I felt kind of bad too.
Yeah.
It's unforgiving.
What do you do though, right? Jesus.
So like that's the problem I have with the game because like I love playing it. Like actually playing the game is fun. Like it's a lot of fun to play, but you waste so much time and accomplish so little, and that's the problem I have with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. What else? What have you been? Gunny? Is you next?
Hey, you know what we've been playing is I started it. I think sometime this week. It's a graveyard keeper. How much
Yeah.
did you play of this one?
I did not play a whole lot. I got about maybe like 45 minutes in. I basically did my first grave, and then I had to go get the meat stamped.
I don't know where to get the stamp at.
Yeah, that's where I was stuck too.
The asshole is in the basement of your house.
But you can't get to it because there's
Wall
it's
there.
one of these.
Yeah, the wall is there, and you got to fix the wall to get through to him. And that's when I said, "Fuck this game, is lame," and I quit. Because I was
real
like,
quick
I'm
for
gonna go to the wall and I'm gonna talk to this guy, and then I was like,
The other thing was it told me to go to some place to kill some slimes or something like that. It was like, go to the dungeon and kill some slimes. And I'm like, I couldn't find the dungeon. I'm like, I don't know where it is. I'm like,
No, they're in the
it doesn't
world.
give you any direction, you know?
No, it
game
doesn't.
really doesn't. That was my biggest problem with the game is like, yeah, okay, you tell me what to do, but you don't tell
until
me
you where to go.
anything else. Yeah.
Like one of the things.
Well, real
that-
quick though, like for anyone that hasn't heard, what is this exactly? Because I haven't heard about it.
Graveyard
This is-
Keeper is a game that came out. Well, it came out on PC a while back, but it's now available on Game Pass. It's a lot. It's compared a lot to
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley, but like instead of being like in a little farm, you're a gravekeeper guy.
Yeah.
And
So you start out, you die. I forgot how you die, and you end up
you
in
were-
this.
You were
Stardew
talking
Valley
on
world.
your cell. You were texting on your cell phone, and you got like hit by a car or something like that.
something stupid.
It was really dumb.
I'm going home from work and you.
It's
got hit
really
by a car.
humorous. I like
Yeah,
the
it's
humorous
funny.
text.
Yeah, it's funny and it's dark. Like when you see it and you think, oh, this looks like Stardew Valley. Well, yeah, sure, it is a little bit like has that aesthetic to it,
Yeah.
but it's very dark humor. You know what I mean?
Super
Like,
dark humor.
yeah, and it's like stupid shit like the little donkey that comes up and starts talking to you, and he's like,
I'm a
he's like,
donkey."
you can hear me? I'm a donkey. How do you hear me? How do you understand what I'm saying? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's funny because the
Like, but I
talking
hear ya.
skull who keeps saying like, do this stuff but bring me a beer. He keeps instead of saying the F word, he says something else.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like every line he'll be like, like fuck this, but he uses a different word. Go get me a beer and I might help you or something.
Yeah. And then like I thought
funny.
that was pretty funny because I was on my way back to the house because my guy was like tired and I'm like, oh, I'll go back to sleep. So I'm going to the house and he's like, hey, come over here. And I go up to him and he's like, you have any questions? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, ask me anything. And then I asked him a question. He's like, okay, good question, but I'm not going to answer that until you bring me a beer. I was like, what the fuck's the point of me asking you the question then, you asshole?
Yeah, I like that.
And then
Good
he just
humor.
disappears. I'm like, what the fuck?
This could be a little bit of a spoiler, but I did a mission today where I go to meet the Inquisitor, and I don't know if it's just like the time that you put in the game because the Talking Skull was like, hey, the Inquisitor, the one you were supposed to go meet, he's over here. So I go meet him. He's like, yeah, I'm just on my way to a witch burning. You want to come?
Yeah.
And you go up there. He's just like, and the witch is just being burned. He's just like, so want to be friends or what? And then you have a choice. You can either be best friends or don't be friends at all or something. Or so I don't know how that plays out as far as like a story goes throughout your progression.
The problem
But this is a
have-
top-down like game, like a lot of crafting,
That's the problem I have with it. It's too
resource
much.
gathering.
It seems like is asking you to craft too much shit without really telling you how to do it. Like I know you have the blueprint areas you can go and look at the blueprints, but like for example, that wall you have to fix in your basement to get to the other side or talk to the guy that stamps the meat. And like I can't figure that out because it's like you need an axe, you need like this part, this part, this part. So I went back up to the top, and then I grabbed the axe out of the toolbox, and then I'm trying to like cut trees down and shit. But I'm like, what do I do with the wood? How do I get like the metal? Whatever, like, because the other dude at the bar, he was like, there's a blacksmith on the southwest part of town. So I go to the south of the town, and I can't find the blacksmith. I'm like, where the fuck is he?
He's there. I
He's
found
right.
him.
He's not that far from him.
He's in the southwest corner of the town.
Fucking went to the southwest
Standing
corner.
in
There's
front of a
house there.
front of
It's
a house.
empty.
Just go down from the store or that inn that you talked to the guy at the store.
Yeah.
Just maybe not even a half click and turn right, and it's like he's fairly close.
Yeah,
Well, I
he's right
turned
there.
right, and I saw a lady standing in front of my house, and they were like, "You want to trade?" I was like, "Oh, I trade
She's to
you."
the left.
And I traded.
Well, there's a couple
and
women,
I could
right?
trade
One
like
sells
meat with
dairy.
her, but she's like, I don't take meat with no stamp on it. I was like, oh, well, fuck
Yeah.
you then. Fuck you, lady. I'm leaving, and I left. And that game is really confusing. I don't know.
It is. I can't figure out also, like, once my axe broke, or no, my pickaxe
You gotta make a
broke.
new one.
Yeah, but then I need metal. I need metal to
that's it.
sell to the blacksmith. I don't know.
See?
That's the thing.
That's
like,
the confusing part.
I think you got to watch some YouTube videos.
It was.
That's
It was
what I'm gonna do.
very. I think that's the thing. You need the wiki open for this game in order to get
I ain't
anywhere
doing
because
that, and I
it
hate
doesn't
games that
explain
do that.
anything to you.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to click once we figure out how all that stuff works, because it's got some of those cool areas where you got to repair the bridge to get across the bridge if you want to explore this new area. Because it's just showing you on the selection screen, you can see the map, but it doesn't tell you where you're at in relation to the map. So yeah, definitely a wiki will help a lot.
Damn. Okay.
So,
Cool little game.
Yeah,
though. It looks nice. I mean, like I said, it looks
Yeah.
like Stardew Valley. Very very dark. Like Ryan said, very dark humor. If you're not into that, then it might not be for you. Some kind of makes fun of some religious shit. I mean, you know what I mean?
yes, with the
Priest
Pope guy,
the priest guy, or he's a pope or something. He's like, he's the pope and he's the boss.
Right, that's what he said. That's what he said.
He's
and
like,
then I'm just
I'm the
messing with you, I'm
divine.
not the Pope."
He's like, I'm the one that talks
Yeah.
to the divine being, and I'm here to boss you around. Ha ha ha! Like, I was like, okay, dude, all right.
But I think it's
Take
funny
it
how
easy,
you as the
man.
character as well. You're just kind of going over, going, "Yeah, I'm not really from this world. They just keep telling me I'm the graveyard keeper."
Yeah.
And everybody's like,
Everybody
"Whatever, man.
knows
I don't
you.
know why you're talking weird." You know?
Like everybody knows you. It's like, how the fuck do you know me? It's like, dude, you're the graveyard keeper. Like, we know who you are. Okay, I guess.
Yeah. Don't be saying you're from somewhere else when you're not. And he's like, "I just want to go home to my honey, my
Yeah.
sweetie."
And then the
they're
skull's
like,
like,
yeah,
I'll help
whatever.
you get home, but if you can bring me a beer, like, okay, dude, I'll bring you a beer eventually. Like, fuck. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That game,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
interesting.
playing it. I think it's pretty cool. I think I like the dialogue and the story.
You know, and with that being said, Game Pass is a great value, dude. I can't get
For sure.
past the fact
Yeah.
how much you can find in that fucking store that you could just like, this is fun, you know, like there's something in there for almost everybody. Like if you want to play a game where you're a pirate and that's all you want to do, you receive Thieves, you know, you want to play a shooting game, you got shooting games in there. You want to play like a management game, you got City Skylines, you got Graveyard Keeper, you got those types of games. You want to play a shooter, you got Doom. You want
got
to play
racing.
an RPG, you got like Elder Scrolls Online in there and Fallout and all that shit. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude.
It's great. I mean,
Yeah.
like especially for someone that's buying an Xbox that didn't have one, you know, like to build a library, you just you don't pay $10 for that month and you got 100 games. You don't even have to buy a game with your console, right? You just get Game Pass and boom. And most of I think we're going to talk about this later because it's a news article, but you know, like they're doing things where, you know, like for instance, when you buy a console, you usually get like 2 weeks of Game Pass for free, right?
Yeah.
You know, and there's things coming up that Microsoft is doing that's going to make that even better.
Yeah, definitely. So,
Yeah, they actually have a
And we'll
deal
talk
on
about
right now. Like anyone that hasn't used Game Pass in the past, you can get 2 months of it for $2.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I
super
heard.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cheap.
Both Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass are $2 for 2 months right now.
That's super cheap. Fuck.
Yeah,
I
that's
need to
crazy.
renew my gold next month. It's going to expire. Fuck.
Just buy the $2 thing. You get
Well,
2 more months at.
I can't because I'm not a new subscriber to it.
No, you could still do it.
Can I?
For the gold, you can do it.
I think both.
I think if you
For the Game
I've
Pass,
had
I know
Game
it's
Pass
only new
before, and it's
I
showing
think,
up right now.
I think
if
Game
you have
Pass.
to auto
Do it. See.
unenroll or something, right? This is
Yeah.
where it'll auto renew. I think you have to.
I think
exit
Game
out of
Pass
there.
is.
You have to go to the website to do it, and
It's
then-
part of
then
like
put in
a
the
new thing. Like you have to be a new subscriber to get it. But
I'm about to prove you wrong.
Ryan's about to get charged $60 for a year of
Game
gold.
Pass.
We charge you for 2
It'll add
years of
to it.
Game
It
Pass.
should add to it. You'll see your expiration date go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll go up 2 months. Yeah, it
But
should.
what else have you been playing?
Okay.
Who the fuck was that? Was that Ryan or Henley that just went?
No,
was,
I think it's Derreck's turn. What do you got, Derreck?
oh, sorry. Yep.
Well, we already talked about most of the games I've been playing, but one game I'm looking into that I haven't officially played yet is Subnautica. And I know, Ryan, you said you've looked into this game too. How have you played it
Yeah, I
officially?
played a lot of it.
Yes, I mean, you could probably talk to it a little bit more than I can, but I'm definitely looking into it because it seems like a survival game that is based underwater and stuff, and it seems like it has a really cool story to it. So I think it's, right up my alley. It's something that I would like.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, it's a management game, and it's a little slow in the beginning, but man, is it really cool. It's a really cool game. And it feels like you like State of Decay, you like those kind of management things.
Right.
So I think you would get into it. You would like it. But guys, just to roll back for a second, I have right now on my screen, and I've been a Game Pass member before. Let me see if I can show you. I can buy Game Pass for $2 right now.
Okay, so yeah, it should add to your list of.
Well, I'm not
And-
subscribed right now. The only reason I have Game Pass is because of you, Gunny, because you have Game Pass. So I think if you're a current member, then no, you can't do it. You can't add on to your membership. But if your membership is expired, then you can renew for $2.
I'm sure you probably couldn't go, okay, I want to cancel it, and then do the $2. You probably couldn't do that, I'm assuming.
I don't know.
Right,
You might be able
probably
to. Might be able
Unless
to.
you can get it'd probably be better to get a code from a CD keys or something,
Yeah.
Then you could add.
That's
to your
cool, though. I
phone.
mean, that kind of sucks in a way, though, because you're almost better off to, cancel your subscription, wait a month till they have a new deal, and then get it when they have a new deal again.
Right. I just hope they have a new deal.
I've done that, Derreck. I've done that. Every time they've had the $1 Game Pass deal for a month, get it for a month for $1,
Right.
I always buy it. Because when I buy it and then I unsubscribe at the end of the month, right? So I get rid of it so I'm not charged again. But cuz me and Gunny game share. So Gunny has Game Pass. So on the Xbox behind me on that TV, I can play games for Game Pass. But on this one over here that's by my computer, I can't because I don't have Game Pass, or on my PC,
Right.
for instance. Right. So every once in a while when they do these deals, I buy Game Pass just so that I can play the Game Pass games on either my PC or on this Xbox as well. But I only pick it up when it's a deal, right? When it's $1 or $2 or whatever, which I'm about to do right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if I had the money up front, too, I'd probably want to do, one of their year deals where you can just buy it for a year, but
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet, so I don't know how much it is for a year, but I think it's, close to 50 or 60.
Yeah. But back to Subnautica, I totally forgot what I was going to say about that earlier. I've only played maybe an hour. That was right at launch. And I think I think it was on Xbox because I may have purchased that.
Yeah,
for
it is
my
on
son,
Xbox now. That's why I'm looking at it, so.
and he never played it. So I was like, oh my gosh, can't believe that. I paid $30 for it or whatever it was. And because he's part of the PC Master Race now, so that Xbox just kind of collects dust.
But yeah, Subnautica, I think you'll enjoy it, Derreck. I think you'll have a good time with it. It was really cool. It's a very beautiful game too. You get on that, you come out of your thing and you're just on the water and you're looking around and you're like, fuck, you explore and then you're underwater exploring and finding all these different animals and different things that you can get and
Yeah, I know the base building's really cool and stuff like that.
But you won't get to base building until for a little while. You gotta do some shit before you get to base building.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't spoiled myself too much yet, but I also heard that the story's really cool too about how you crash there. You find radio calls afterwards. So I don't want to spoil myself too much on it yet, but I heard the story's really cool. So
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I haven't finished it, but I got pretty far into it. So
yeah, so I'm definitely looking into that. I mean, I haven't officially played it yet, but I think it's probably the next big game I'm going to cover on the podcast if I had to guess. So
after you do Dead Cells, right? After you do Dead Cells.
And before Red Dead Redemption. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm hoping in October probably to cover Subnautica after I get a chance to play it through a little bit. So
Yeah, Yeah, get your feet wet, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I have my schedule for September already booked, so October is the next, area I'm looking for new stuff.
Yeah, October is going to be a crazy month, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Hey guys, I played one other game
Okay.
that I bought on Monday because I don't know what it was, $10, $11. It's MX versus ATV. It's a motocross.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
racing
you
game.
bought that shit.
I know.
God.
I just, I like my racing games, right? I even played Need for Speed this week on the 360.
Okay.
Hot Pursuit, I think it was.
Oh, the hot poo.
Good old Hot Pursuit. Man, that game does not hold up. And it feels weird playing on a 360 controller, but it always does going from an X controller.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm terrible at this game. I hate the controls. I think I wasted my $11.
Why?
I'm gonna get a
Good.
refund.
Glad you wasted it. Not me.
And it's not backwards compatible?
No, this is an Xbox One game. It looks but I think
hot poo.
It's from a 360. I can tell you that. As far as graphics go.
Oh, the MX. That's not a Xbox One game?
No. It is an Xbox One game.
Okay,
I
I thought so.
They didn't backwards compatible it. They just tried to sell it as a new game, I think, and just put it on the store.
Still looks like doo-doo.
6-8 months later as a discounted title, and it still looks like poo. But I was more after that racing, but yeah, I came in 12th place every fucking time, man.
You
doing
suck,
something
bro.
wrong. Yeah, I do.
You should have bought Onrush instead.
Damn it!
Should have.
I'm gonna get my money back. I can get my money back on that, right?
That's what you think. Until
I
Microsoft
played
tells
less
you
than
can't.
an hour, I think.
Till they
Yeah,
tell you.
I don't know if they do that anymore, Gunny.
They
I don't know
fucking,
if
they're
that's-
full of shit, dude.
I don't know, it's weird.
They promote this bullshit about refunds on the Xbox, and you go do it, and they're like, "We'll do this one time for you, one-time courtesy." I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, there used to be a button. If you
Yeah.
went on the website, there was an actual return button.
No, it's not
If you
there.
went into your purchase history, there was and it hadn't been 2 weeks or you hadn't
2
played more than 2 hours,
yeah.
there was a button that you could push that said request a return. And it was like almost immediate. It worked perfectly. But I think it just happened too much. I think a lot of people did it and they were just like, okay, we're going to take this button away.
Yeah, because I remember when I bought what the fuck was that game that I got a refund on? That train game, Train Sim World or something.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this fucking game sucks, people. And the guy was like, oh, is there anything wrong with the game? I was like, yeah, it fucking sucks. And he was like, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. We could see if we could get you a refund. I was like, dude, I've played this thing for 20 minutes. You better give me my money back. I paid $60 for this. I want it back now. And they're like, oh, we apologize. We see you're a member of Xbox Live for 7 years. We appreciate you. And I was like, okay. And they were like, well, as a one-time courtesy, we'll give you your money back. I was like, okay, good. And they gave me my money back, but like they were like a one-time courtesy. I was like, a one-time courtesy? Like,
Jeez.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I even asked him, I was like, isn't Microsoft's policy that you can return a game within 2 hours or 2 weeks? They were like, well, technically no, but yes, kind of. I was like, well, fuck you, man. So I was like, make sure next
Sounds
time
wishy-washy to me.
I never buy a game that I'm not 100% sure about buying because I don't want to waste my money on dumb shit like that.
I'm not even seeing how to get into it now.
Yeah, it's not even there anymore. Like,
Damn it.
because I remember I even asked the dude,
I
I'm
could
like,
probably call him, but it might not be worth it.
Yeah, that's the thing is they make you call now.
yeah, or go into the chat, like you have to chat with
Yeah.
them. Which is what I always do, is just
Oh,
chat.
no, it's still here. I got it right here. Thumper, request a refund.
Okay, what's the website? You just go to the Microsoft website?
Yeah, Microsoft in your account, and
All
you
right.
log in, and it'll show all your purchases for like anything
I'll
you
do
bought
that.
from Microsoft. Like it'll show like your Windows purchases or your computers or whatever. Like,
Yeah, it shows everything. Something happened. We couldn't
see, that's exactly what happened to me. Something went wrong or something like
be
that.
able to accept your return.
Yeah.
Please try again later or contact customer
That's
service.
stupid.
It's just like they don't let you do it.
Yeah. That's their,
I
that's their
noticed the
default,
button was
right?
gone for a while. Like
Button.
it just wasn't there anymore.
They act
Now
like
the
they
button's there.
They act like it's so easy, but it's not. Like you have to go out of your way to contact them. It's shitty. But anyways,
That's
that's
all I've been
we've been playing. Say we take a break, and we'll be back after this break with some big news. Lots of news this week, people. We'll be back.
Vengeful Jedi here, Horrible Gamer and patron of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Want to give the gamers an XP boost? Want to see the show level up? Then support the Horrible Gamers on Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Don't be just another NPC, non-Patreon character. Become a patron. 2 gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, 20 gold. It all supports the party. So game on.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn? Okay.
And we're back from that break. Hopefully you enjoyed that break. I don't know what's going on lately, guys, but fucking evil robot last 2 weeks, it's just fucking thing hacks my computer somehow and gets in there and starts doing things, and I don't know. I don't know what's going
weird.
on.
I didn't hear anything on my end.
Fucking evil robot just gets in there, and like I just put music. I'm like, I'm gonna do this music thing. Evil robot gets in there somehow. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that thing. Trying to get him out of there. Her. It's a robot. I don't know.
Z.
She's craft.
Z. Yeah. But let's get into news. News time. We got some news for you. Xbox news. Xbox Live, or Xbox in general, may be featuring a new kind of subscription system for their Xbox One systems. Apparently, rumor has it that Xbox is planning to unveil, or Microsoft is planning to unveil a new program for the Xbox system, with similar to your cell phone plan, where you will be able to get an Xbox One X, Xbox Live, and Xbox Game Pass, and a subscription. So pretty much, you'll have an option of getting an Xbox One S or an Xbox One X at a monthly fee of $22 a month or $35 a month. So the Xbox One S will come with, of course, an Xbox One S system with Xbox Live and Game Pass monthly for $22 flat, whereas the Xbox One X version, the most powerful system in the world, will come in at $35 with Xbox Live and Game Pass. This is apparently will be on a 24-month plan. So if you are to terminate the plan before that, I don't know if there's going to be an early termination fee. If you just return it, I don't know how that's going to work. But this is to combat, people not wanting to pay the full $500 for an Xbox One X, at the store. You want to pay $35 a month, which is way more affordable than paying $500 all at once.
So wait, let's do the math here. Mm-hmm. You said this is over 24 months, right?
24. Right.
So for an Xbox One X, let's just do that for instance.
500.
How much over 24 months are you paying if you pay $35 a month?
$840.
Wow.
So subtract, but wait. Subtract 500 for the system. Okay.
Right. I'm forgetting about Game Pass and Xbox Live.
You subtract Xbox Live. How much is Xbox Live monthly? $10?
$10 a month.
So
monthly is
$10.
10.
So you're subtract 200. Well, how much is that? Math. Subtract 120 for Xbox Live. So subtract 120 for 1 year, minus 120 for Game Pass for the 1 year. Minus.
That's at $740.
Yeah. So like, it's. I think it's worth it.
So basically, over the course of it, you're paying like $100 more than what you get for all the stuff.
Yeah.
That's not too bad, I guess, to stretch it over time.
I mean, of course, this is a new way to introduce a system to people without the resources to be able to pay for a full, system at once.
Yeah.
We all know it's expensive to buy an Xbox One X.
I did the math too. The S is $528 over the course of 24 months.
See, I mean that's kind of expensive because that system is sometimes available for like $200. Right. So it is kind of expensive. But I don't know if you get the 1 terabyte version or you get the standard 500 gig.
Yeah, I wonder.
Right.
I wonder what they're going to do with that one. They might say like, you get the 1 terabyte version instead of the 500 gig one. But I know the Xbox One X, it's just a standard version. What do you guys think about this? We talked about this before where we were speculating, I think it was last year even, that Microsoft would announce something like this, and now it's coming true. I spoke.
Well, they
about
did it before, too, right? They did it with the Xbox 360.
Wait, how much is the S
I
right now?
remember them doing this. Yeah.
Is the S 200 right now or 300 right now?
It's 250 or something.
250, I think, yeah.
something like that. Let's look it up. Xbox One S.
But I assume this is also based on like good,
250.
decent credit or right.
I don't know. Who knows? It might not be.
Well, it's
honestly,
that's the thing, right? It's being done through the Microsoft stores. So you have to have a Microsoft store near you, or I guess you could probably do it online, maybe.
Right, with
I
a
don't
credit
know,
card
and they
or
would ship it to
debit
you.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, your debit card.
Well, doing the math right now, though, that's actually an amazing deal for the S, because if it's $250 right now, you're getting $250 for the console, $120 for Game Pass, $120 for Xbox Live. You're only paying $38 more out of the 2 years.
There you go.
That's it. So that's an amazing deal for the S one, actually.
Yeah.
$38 more out of the 2 years.
But let's be real
and the thing is everything has kind of gone in that direction where it's like everything's a monthly fee now,
Yeah.
right? Like
Right.
Netflix, your Hulu, your friggin', so why not try to appeal to people that are willing to pay a monthly payment and make a few bucks off of them, right?
So,
but really, do you? Because like as the company, $38 doesn't seem like they're making a whole lot. You know what I mean? And over time, with what's the word I'm looking for?
I think part of it though is they're probably trying to increase overall with the deal. But if they get customers to actually get on their system and buy games that way, then they are making money that way.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right. Once
I
they're
guess
on
so.
their
Right.
box, their console.
It's like we've always said, like with GameStop and Walmart and Best Buy and whatever, they don't make a lot of money selling a console. You know what I mean? Like there's no money to really be made in selling that console. It's more about bringing people back to your store to use games, right? Which is,
But you know what this is? I've seen this. I was looking at this on Twitter the last couple of days. This is just another choice that Microsoft's giving customers to choose from, and I see it as a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
For those
absolutely.
that can't afford the hefty $500 price tag right away.
Yeah,
for an
and
X.
when I heard about this too, I actually thought of Jesus, because I think on episode 216 we actually talked about this, and I think Jesus was saying like, "Oh, they should do something like this," and then here we go, like a month later, and they actually did it. So
that goes to show Major Nelson, my friend, is listening.
yeah, he listens to this show.
Thank you, Major.
Me and him play tennis
listening
all
to
the time.
HGP.
We're good friends.
Yeah.
All the time.
You guys are buddy.
We spoke
He
about
comes down
this.
to Portland all the time.
We spoke about this over lunch one time. Like, hey, dude, I'm telling you should do this. And he was like, okay, I'll talk to Phil for you.
He drove his Tesla back to Reading. Was like, Jesus
He
said.
spoke to Phil, and then Phil emailed me. And it's all cool, man. Like we're all good friends.
All right.
But
I think this is a
Jesus,
great
what else
thing,
we
though.
got?
I mean,
But I mean, I spoke about this before, and I think it's a good deal. I think it works, and I think it's going to be the future of gaming. And I say that because I think the next Xbox will be a very powerful system. I think the next PlayStation will be a very powerful system. At the same time, I think they'll be very expensive systems. So I think they're preparing us for the announcement of an Xbox One Future Edition, or Xbox, the next console. And I think they're going to be very expensive systems. I think we will see a price tag on those systems over $500. And I think they're going to get people to subscribe to those systems like this. They're going to be like, hey, look, we understand our system is like $700, but you give us $40 a month, we'll give you the system, and then we'll upgrade you whenever the next system comes out. You can upgrade your system. You can just bring that old one in, we'll give you the new one. You upgrade it like a cell phone
that's something
plan.
I might be interested in too.
And that's the future of gaming. It'll be like cell phones, where like every year, every 2 years, hey, there's an upgrade out. You can upgrade it. You can keep that one. You can upgrade it. Whatever you want to do, we don't give a shit as long as you're buying games from us. And I think that's where we're going.
Yeah, I think this is going to be great for them too, because like myself personally, I've never been someone like, day one the new console's out, I'm going to get that console. Like I've never been that guy. So like, but with this kind of deal, I might actually do it day one if they're like, oh, if you give us like $35 a month, well, you can have these bonuses with it. I'm like, oh, I might be up for that, Like, but otherwise,
people,
like, I'm not going to pay like $600 day one to get a console.
Most people will do this. You know what I mean? I would. I mean, why not? $50 a month compared to spending $600 all at once. Like, well, I'll do it.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal too. I mean, the numbers that we crunched too, like $38 and $100. That's not even that much more over the 2 years. I mean, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
I was surprised it was that little, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was very surprising. Like, what's the percentage of that? Like, what are you paying in interest?
Like I said, you're just paying $100.
It's very little, anyways.
Very little, yeah. So
the only thing, like Jesus said too, is I mean, I would wonder what happens if like you try to cancel midway or like you default on your payments midway. Like, I wonder what their policy is on that.
You're gonna have to read the terms and conditions.
Yeah. Yeah. If you probably default, they're probably like fucking send your ass to collections, and you'll never get to buy Xbox again.
Yeah. Your Xbox Live account is banned until
you'll become a PlayStation gamer.
PC Master Race first player.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I wonder if they're gonna announce that later this year, or they're gonna just bring it out randomly like in December. Like, I mean, think about it. If they come out like in November and say, hey, you can do this right now, think about how many parents will actually do it for their kids on Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shiny new Xbox under the tree.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, that's true, man.
So there you go. And in other news, Ubisoft has announced that there will be no new Assassin's Creed game coming in 2019. They say they are taking the year off to improve the engine and stuff like that. So they said that next year they will not have a full-fledged Assassin's Creed. It's because they say that the team, they're working on two games. They're kind of separated right now. They're working on Assassin's Creed Origins and this new Assassin's Creed this year. So they said, like, they're going to try to, like, figure something out here, take a break for a year, and then come back at it in 2020. We'll see.
Good.
We'll see. Yeah.
I mean, them taking a break only did them wonders, Yeah. After they shit the bed, and then they came back and just blew everyone away, right?
Yeah, with Origins.
So they got another one coming out this year, and then, take a break. You got to fucking rebuild and figure out how to improve on the game. So I think it's only good, right? It's only going to be good for the game.
And apparently, if you haven't been paying attention, this new Assassin's Creed, I forget what it's called.
Odyssey.
Odyssey. It's a lot like Origins.
You can take off your hat and throw it at enemies, and then you turn into them.
Oh, hey. Can I turn into a T-Rex?
Maybe. No.
Like you can play as a woman or a male. You can choose this time what you want to play as, and they're making it more like an RPG where you actually have dialogue choices you can make during cutscenes and during talking to players that are or characters in the game. I meant to say. So it feels a lot more like an RPG, which is how Assassin's Creed Origins felt. It felt more like an RPG than a typical action game like Assassin's Creeds are used to being. So we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully it does good. Like I said, I'm probably going to buy Odyssey when it goes on sale later on this year. I probably won't be buying it on launch. Sorry, Ubisoft, but too many games coming out. There's too many games coming out.
I'm sure when they listen to this podcast, they'll be very offended. You're not
they will be. They'll be super offended. In other news,
we'll see.
In other news, the Grand Tour is going to get a video game coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One from Amazon. Amazon has announced that the TV series The Grand Tour will be getting a video game. It will be an episodic title, which will release weekly in conjunction with the show's upcoming third series, where you will visit the locations the host and the shows are visiting. So apparently, the host is in Italy driving a fucking Ferrari down the road.
Yeah.
You will be in Italy driving a Ferrari down the road.
But it's so weird. Like an episodic racing game? Like what? You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. I don't know, man. It's weird. But it's an interesting way to do a game, right? Like where it's like, okay, you're adding new content with the show, you know what I mean? So okay, now maybe each show gives you a new track. You know what I mean? So it's adding to the game as you're going. I don't know. we'll see what happens. But this is just how I envision it, I guess. Like this episodic thing.
They say that the game will feature split screen. Up to 4 players can play on the split screen, and you can race. And apparently it will be a lot like Mario Kart, where there will be power-ups in the track that you can pick up and use during the race. So we'll see how that turns out for them.
So is the game split screen even boasts Mario Kart-like power-ups? Okay.
That's what I just said. But okay.
I didn't hear you say Mario style.
Keep up, Gunny. You're like 10 seconds behind me here. Fuck.
Yeah, lag.
There's a lag or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I had some lag too earlier.
In other news, Amazon news, Amazon's Prime's 20% discount on game pre-orders will go away August 28th in just 3 days, the online retailer announced. Instead, Prime members will now receive a store credit as an incentive to pre-order video games through Amazon. So pretty much you will get a $10 store credit to use on anything in the Amazon store on select titles you pre-order. It doesn't apply to all the titles that come out for pre-order. On select titles that they choose to give the credit on. So there's that. Once you pre-order the game, say you pre-order Red Dead, and Red Dead has this $10 credit, you will get the credit after 35 days. So, yeah, you have to wait 35 days, and then they'll email you the credit. So, if you pre-order the game and then cancel right away, you're not going to get the credit. You must wait 35 days to get the credit.
Kind of weird where we're at with games and
the credit will only be valid for 60 days. So once you get the credit and say you put it on your account, you must use that $10 in your account within 60 days, or they just take it away. They just don't let you save it forever. So they take it away from you if you don't use it within 60 days.
Yeah, and see, that's the part that really pisses me off, because that's really stupid. If you're pre-ordering games from them all the time, you should be able to save that money and be like, oh, I saved $60, now I can buy a new game with that credit. You should be able to save that.
Yeah.
And Best Buy, they can their games services,
and
and that was a damn good deal.
This is after Best Buy took away their Gamer Club, whatever the fuck it was called. They took that
Gamer
away.
Club Unlocked.
I don't really know why Amazon would do this. Wasn't
they
it
have no
rumored that they
competition.
want to...
The whole point of them doing this was because they were competing with Best Buy.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why this is going away is because a lot of resellers, like mom and pop shops, were just ordering fucking shitloads of games through Amazon at the discount and then selling them at full price. So they're making a few bucks.
Right. I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
And that's really what the resellers ruined this. You know what I mean? So they were losing business by doing it.
Maybe there was a way to block the reseller somehow, but I don't know.
Well, that would be nice. You think that this people would be able to figure that out, who the resellers are, who's buying more than one fucking copy of a game. Right. You know what I mean? Why are you letting people do this on multiple copies?
Yeah,
of one game,
what they could have done instead is okay, you get up to 2 or 3 games a year where you get the discount or something like that. They could have had something like that instead, where you only get the discount for a couple of games.
Yeah.
Well, on the heels of this news, big changes are coming to Twitch as well. So Twitch Prime is now changing.
No more ad-free.
Getting rid of the ad-free. But if you subscribe, so you're still going to get your premium subscription, the one subscription you get. Yeah. And if you subscribe to somebody who has ad-free for their subscribers, you will still going to have an ad-free experience watching that certain Twitch.
That particular person.
Yeah, that person, streamer, Twitcher, what you call him. I don't know what the fuck you call him. But the Twitcher you're watching...
Streamer
Twitcher
won't have ads if he chooses not to have ads. But that's
is his name Geralt?
It's up to the Twitcher to choose if he wants to use ads on his streams or not for his paid subscribers. Also, so there's that coming. So good luck, guys. I guess.
Well, wait a minute. So if he or she,
the Twitcher
streamer, chooses to not have ads, then wouldn't somebody be less likely to subscribe? I don't know. I'm just thinking.
No. You have ads. If you subscribe to them, you're still going to get ads no matter what.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be no matter what for every
them,
stream.
Yeah, if you subscribe to them, they can choose to still have ads. Even if you subscribe to them, they can choose to have an ad for a specific game they're playing. Like, let's say they're playing Overwatch a lot. They can choose to put that game into their stream and like say like, hey, click this to buy this game, or like an ad will pop up before the stream starts or whatever. Like, buy this fucking game, Overwatch, right now, blah, blah, blah.
So you know
blah.
Ninja's going to have like 20, 30 ads throughout his
probably.
4 or 5 hours.
If he chooses to do that.
Stream.
He may not. He may be like, screw that. I don't want that from my Prime subscribers.
Yeah.
So.
It seems kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently now you must subscribe to Twitch Turbo, which is the new ad-free experience for $8.99 a month.
Too much.
Oh, sorry, I won't be doing that because I only watch Mixer. So.
Twitch Turbo does not give you a free subscription upon signing up. So, I mean, you still have to pay for Amazon Prime to get that free subscription.
You pay for that on top of Amazon Prime.
And then you pay on top of the Amazon. So you're paying $20 to Amazon every month to get the Twitch Turbo benefits and the other benefits all together. It's fucking insane. People,
and then I got to pay bits and extra doodads and throw dollars at more streamers, and man, it's just getting messy.
Fucking
no thanks. I just use my free subscription every month to a few streamers.
One, not a few.
Well, I'll choose like this Xbox Live 1 month, and then the next month I choose Roids, and then the next month
you choose me. I'm gonna make a streamer account. You choose me every month, Gunny. Give me your money. Give me your money.
We need a streaming account. Then I would subscribe to.
You don't get money from that.
What do you get from that? What do you get as a person?
I think you get $3, right?
As a Twitcher, what do you get?
$3 for a subscription?
I believe so. That's what the streamer said. Yeah, they get that $3.
Get a whole $3, Jesus.
Big money. Big money. In other news, a new video game movie may be coming out here, guys. Monument Valley is headed to the big screen.
What?
Yeah. According to some people, Monument Valley
mobile game
will come to a movie. Yeah.
Is it going to be like an animated movie or like a real
live action film?
Monument Valley as a movie. That's weird.
Yeah. They're saying working with Paramount Pictures, Weed Road, and Patrick Osborne.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
There's so many other movies that we could do. So many other gaming movies, not exciting or teasing movies that we can get.
Patrick Osborne is going to be the director of this new film, Monument Valley. Paramount Pictures.
Is this just an announcement? Is there like a trailer?
No trailer. They said they're working on it. They're gonna.
They need a writer. Yep.
I need to see this. I could see like what's his name? Who does The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Charlemagne? No. Carpenter?
Tim Burton?
What?
John Carpenter? No.
Tim Burton. Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
I could see him doing something like that with Monument Valley.
Maybe. But no,
that would be
Patrick Osborne.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
But hey, that Sonic Hedgehog movie's coming.
Oh yeah.
See that.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah. In other news, the 7 biggest announcements of Gamescom. Dun dun dun. So we got big news. Cyberpunk apparently is done. They're just working more on it because they feel like it. Other news. NVIDIA unveiled new graphics cards, the 2080 Ti and the RTX 2080.
Yeah.
So the RTX 2080.
So the PC gaming, that the people that say that, hey, why you buy a console and spend all this money? I got my PC, it kills your console. Well, get ready. It's time for a new PC console.
That's right.
Because $1,200 for your 2080.
But hey, apparently, according to Digital Foundry, the 2080 broke all the records for for graphics.
No, it's supposed to be fucking amazing, but
50% faster than the 1080 Ti.
Yeah, it says ray tracing is the biggest feature of the card, which is currently being used in the film industry by companies like Pixar and DreamWorks in their films, but it will be the first time it will bring it into people's video games at home. So, there you go. Ray tracing. the super
Ray
light.
tracing.
Man, look at
It's
that.
the new thing. Watch.
Look at that showing off Battlefield
Next
5.
generation.
Xbox
One
ray
console,
tracing.
one console's gonna have ray tracing and one console's not.
Yeah, that'll be the big
It's gonna
thing.
be the better console is gonna be whether or not ray tracing flops or not.
Yeah. Right.
In other news, the other one on the list here is full Xbox One release for PUBG. PUBG 1.0 is coming September 4th to the Xbox. 1.0 will feature a new map, Sandhook, and new modes, as well as hopefully a steady frame rate. So there's that.
I love the first line of this, though. It says, PUBG will get a full Xbox One release in a fortnight.
Yeah.
Another news, Cyberpunk, of course, is done almost whatever. Hunt Samurai in 16th century Japan. There's a new, apparently, what was that game? Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Remember we saw that at Sony's E3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the creators of that game said that the game is harder than Dark Souls. So, yeah. They say that it's
So I'm not interested anymore.
harder than
No,
Dark
me neither.
Souls.
Once it's got
Apparently,
baby mode, I'm in.
Shenmue 3 is continuing, is coming, is planned for release August 2019. So, there's that. Other games. Let's see here. There's a new. Have you guys seen that new scary game? Being made by Supermassive Games, the Dark Picture anthology game.
Heard a lot of people
That's the
talking
one
about
that's
it,
like that's the one that's like
Until Dawn.
like Heavy Rain and shit like
It
that.
looked cool, man. That trailer
Yeah.
looked cool. That chick was hot. The black chick in that video, she's fucking hot as fuck. You're like,
So the
wow.
trailer's worth checking out, though? Because I haven't checked it
The
out yet.
trailer's pretty
Yeah, me
cool.
neither.
Yeah, they're like, it's like these kids. They're like on a boat. They're like, oh, we gotta go to this fucking place or whatever. And then they go there, and then like crazy shit starts happening, and they're trying to get away on the boat, and the boat crashes and sinks, or they're stuck on an island, and crazy shit starts happening. It's kind of scary looking, but yeah, that's it. Gamescom, boom.
Well, it's interesting with this, too, is like it says it's a bunch of standalone games. So it sounds sort of like it's going to be like a Telltale kind of thing, but like each game is going to be its own separate thing, like leading into each other, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's all going to tie together in the end. Because it's like on a series of books or some shit. Or movies or something. The Dark series, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. In other news, a congressman, so pretty much Duncan Hunter, a Republican candidate in California, and his wife, Margaret, were formally charged with wire fraud, falsifying records, campaign finance violations, and conspiracy involving $250,000 of campaign funds. That includes $1,528.68 spent on Steam games.
Yeah, we should have
This
game
guy-
shared for this guy.
Damn.
So he spent apparently $1,500 on Steam games during his campaign. He misused campaign funds to buy a lot of video games, a lot of loot boxes or something. And yeah.
Yeah, I think we've read this article. I've heard of this before. I'm just trying to see what games,
And
what kind of games he's into, or was it just for other purposes?
I don't know. It says Steam. He spent it on Steam. That's all they know, I think. Apparently
Yeah,
he spent
$1,302.
Yeah, apparently he spent $500 on 30 shots of tequila, and he spent about $3,000 of that money on In-N-Out burgers. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
eat.
it says that the wife, too, like, said that the charges were fraudulent and got the money back. So,
Oh fuck.
and that's what they're being charged for partially because, like, they claimed it was fraudulent, but, like, I guess their son did it. So,
Oh fuck. Their son was got a hold of mom's credit card. Hey mom, bought a bunch of PUBG loot boxes. Yeah. And let's see here. More news. What the fuck is this news here? I haven't read this one yet. Oh, let's talk about how much a home in Skyrim would cost you guys. I guess this is what the news machine put in here.
that's interesting.
Okay. Oh, this is really confusing. I'm gonna read this one. Screw that article. Next article. Let's move on to the next article. News. Indiana high school student arrested after posting zombie video game to Facebook. What? says here, an Indiana student was arrested at his high school Tuesday after posting a video game clip on social media showing players shooting zombies inside of a school hallway. Sean Small, an 18-year-old senior who is on the wrestling team at some high school and is part of the Indiana National Guard, pleaded not guilty to an intimidation charge. He got freed on a $1,000 bond and has a school expulsion hearing set for next week. A controversy allegedly began when Small posted a clip to Facebook of himself playing The Walking Dead Our World, a video game that animates characters into real-world backgrounds. He added the caption, "Finally something better than Pokemon Go," and apparently it was inside his school, and he was shooting zombies. So it says here, Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Joe Baker, that's such a deputy name, and Principal Rick Mann determined after watching the video that it, quote, depicted real Scottburg, something high school students walking through the hallway along with fictional zombie characters. Such students could not be identified due to the app's photographic settings. Blah, blah, blah. It says further, it appears Sean had used his smartphone to capture the movement of random students walking in the hallway of the school while shooting zombie characters, walking in the shooter's immediate direction. So this dude was playing this game in school. It's one of those AR games that puts zombies...
and you shoot, and it makes the people into zombies, and then you shoot them. Like, it's...
Ah, come on. Like, really?
It seems really stupid, yeah.
But he's shooting the zombies, not the random people.
Yeah, he's not... What the fuck? Like, schools are taking it far, man. Like, I get why they're doing it. I understand why. I understand there's shootings and shit that happened in school, and you're trying to combat that or whatever. But like, it's a fucking game, man. Like, really?
Yeah. I mean, I think they took it a little far. Like, I could see like maybe suspending the kid for a little while, but like, I guess he got like expelled.
Expulsion? Like expelled, dude. Like in your senior year. On top of that, like, holy shit.
But what I want to know, was he like Walking Dead through the hall, like shooting people and being like, you know, like, or is he just playing a fucking game and like, who cares? Like,
yeah, it kind of depends on the context. Like if he was going up like behind people, like, you know, like faking a gun to their head, like I could see that a little more. Like it depends on the context.
Yeah, was there even a threat in the first place, or was he just like someone just realized that he's walking through the hall shooting people on his phone? You know, like. I don't know.
There was a snowflake that was offended by it. But zombies protected class in that county.
In other news, Xbox One X Project Scorpio editions are back in stock in GameStop. Yeah.
They were out of stock?
Yeah. Apparently it says here that you can now buy at GameStop a Xbox One X Scorpio Green Letter Edition. You can buy them now.
Day one.
All right. Day 500. What fucking day are we on?
So they're
what
saying
day are we on now?
The Project Scorpio editions are coming back out?
Well, only on GameStop. Apparently GameStop got a hold of a bunch of in a warehouse somewhere or something. They're like, hey guys, we still got these things. You guys want to buy them?
Remember we said we'd be out of them after after
2 days? Yeah. Like, no, that was a lie.
Remember when they said it was a limited edition thing?
Super limited thing? Yeah. Maybe not so limited after all. What I have seen is those the new PS4 Pro limited blue edition, see-through or whatever. Those are now on eBay for like $2,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Are they out?
Yeah, they came out. They came out yesterday or the day before, and people were getting them like a day early. So everybody was posting pictures on Facebook and everywhere, and like Twitter and shit, and like, you know, like because they're all numbered. They're numbered like 1,000 something out of 50,000 because they only made 50,000 of them, and like people are posting these on eBay, and some are up to like $2,000. I mean, I wonder like who got the number 1 out of 50,000. I think that one's gonna be worth the most, right? Like probably 1 through 10.
It matters, man.
Number 1's probably sitting in probably.
It matters. It matters. If it's number 1 out of 50,000, someone will pay money for that fucking thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least $5,000.
Yeah, someone will pay $5,000 for that fucking
stupid
thing.
That's just stupid.
True.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even pay that for
I bet you like numbers 1 through 10 out of the 50,000 will probably be worth the most if you don't like open them and you just keep them where the fuck you're keeping them.
Boxed
For the next 10 years. Like I said before, disclaimer, we're not an investment company. Do not take our investment
Just to backtrack for 1 second, though. That article you skipped over, I did scroll down because I was curious. The Proudspire Manor in Skyrim, it would cost 46,000 euros. So
That's pretty cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cheap to live in Skyrim, with all the dragons and shit around. I don't know if I'd want to live there for very long, but I mean, I guess. Ooh.
You just stay inside your house.
All
yeah,
day.
why not?
Ooh.
Survive pretty good.
In other news, Fortnite news real quick. Fortnite keyboard and mouse players on PlayStation 4 will now be match-made with PC players only. Apparently, Fortnite is battling people cheating on PlayStation 4 and using a keyboard and mouse, which you can do on the PS4. And they're saying, like, look, if you're using a keyboard and mouse, we're going to know, and we're going to put your ass against PC players that are using the same thing because you're fucking cheating. So good luck, you PS4 cheaters. You're going to get your ass kicked by the PC man.
They should just make a cheater server for them.
That's a good
Let them
point.
play each other.
Yeah.
That's not a bad point at all. That's a good idea there, Derek. Fuck. You should go work for Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a cheater server. Oh.
Here you go.
Speaking of Fortnite, I completely forgot, but I got into the Android beta for Fortnite.
How's it run?
Shitty.
What?
I didn't like it. Yeah, it was laggy and shit. I was like, what? And I'm running on a Pixel 2, which is one of the phones that it actually runs on.
Major phone, yeah.
And I don't know. I only played one match though. That's kind of why I forgot about it, I think. But it was like I don't like the controls. Like it just did not. I need a controller to play that game. I can't play that with touchscreen shit. Then if I'm gonna get some controller thing for my phone, it's like, why am I don't even play it on Xbox, so why would I do that? You know what I mean? Like, I might as well just play it on Xbox if I want to use it with a controller. So I don't know how much.
Yeah.
It's not for me. Fortnite's never really, like, I like the single player stuff, but that Battle Royale's never been for me, really.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, the only time I'd ever play Fortnite is, like, say you guys got on, like, hey, you want to jump in with us? Yeah, I guess so. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If
Like some friends were playing it, I might play it, but I don't.
That's, like, the only time I'm ever going to play it. But if no one's, like, bugging me to play it, I'm not going to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently Epic has announced that they're working on a 4K patch for the PS4 Pro for Fortnite. What does it run on the Xbox One X? 4K?
I don't know.
Or is it 1440?
Not sure.
But they're saying they're working on a better version for the PS4 Pro because apparently it only runs at 1080p on the Pro. So
I believe it's 4K.
on the Xbox, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, but big news. I mean, Xbox getting DayZ here in a few days on the preview program. So if you guys are interested in that, it's coming out pretty soon.
Didn't get my code.
For the beta, I got into the beta, but I haven't been able to play, so I can't really speak on it much. I don't know, because it's going to be paid in the preview, right? Like $20 or something. I don't know if I want to pay that for DayZ. Like,
Yeah, you're gonna get like an hour or maybe 2 hours of
do I want to play that?
time to play it for free.
Right.
We'll see. I mean, lots of games are coming out next month, dude. Like,
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Spider-Man, fucking Tomb Raider. Like, literally, Spider-Man comes out the 7th. Tomb Raider comes out the 13th. Like, 5 days later. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck is anyone going to have time to play both of those?
I guess you're not gonna be playing Spider-Man,
No,
are
I
you?
won't be playing Spider-Man. No. Unless I somehow get a PS4 Pro before Spider-Man comes out. Jesus bought the number one out of 50,000 console for $5,000.
He won.
You
So
could
you
even
play
get that special
Spider-Man.
console sticker on it.
It'll be No Man's Sky all over
There
again.
you go. Oh, fuck it. What if it's a failure and then people hate it? Oh, I wouldn't. No, it's not going to be a failure. It's going to be a good game.
It looks amazing. It really
Yeah.
does.
It's going to get 9s and 10s.
Yeah, no, wouldn't doubt it. And then people are going to be saying, oh, what did the last Microsoft game get? What did State of Decay 2 get? Fucking 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Yeah, people are going to be comparing them. Watch.
Yep.
They're going to be comparing the fucking games.
You know the exclusives, Microsoft.
Oh, look at Microsoft exclusives. They're all 6 out of 10s. And look at Sony's. They're all 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10s. Fucking shit. Fuck.
Where's your new Spider-Man game, Microsoft? Huh?
What was your superhero game?
It was called Sunset
It's
Overdrive.
all fine for me. I mean, I don't really
And
want to play a superhero
Insomniac
game.
made it too. And everyone hated it. And Spider-Man is a lot like it, actually. But
Actually,
not
did
get
you
into
see that Insomniac came out and said that like Sunset Overdrive was like one of the main reasons, like they took a lot of assets from that game to make Spider-Man.
yeah,
They're like, yeah,
They did.
We like pretty much stole like a lot of shit from that game and just
it's
put it in
that
Spider-Man.
fast-paced movement. You know what I mean? Like,
Sliding and shit. Like you gotta do is add a web slinging to it. I'm like,
yeah, you're web slinging instead of sliding on rails. You know?
But yeah, there's that. That's all I have for news this week, guys. No bigger news other than that. I mean, of course, if you have Amazon Prime currently, right now, you can still pre-order games at a 20% discount. And today, right now, Cyberpunk 2077 is now available for pre-order. So get in there, pre-order it, 20% off while you can.
Wait. What's the release date? There's no release date for that yet.
There's no
there?
release date, but it is available for pre-order right now.
Don't fucking pre-order a game
Pre-order.
that doesn't have a release
Pre-order
date.
right now. Pre-order the shit out of it.
Jeez.
Pre-order 10 copies right now, people. 20%
Do it.
off.
20% off.
Pre-order all the
Day's
copies.
gone.
you can
Look at your pre-order.
Your last chance.
Last chance to pre-order today. Go. Buy.
Not your last chance at all.
This is your ultimate last chance. Ultimate last chance.
Well, what happens? Like, it's thing is what happens if like what Jonathan says. What happens if you die before that game comes
You
out?
won't die. You'll never die before the game comes out.
And then you just spent
promise
$60 on a game that you're never gonna play.
You're gonna be dead anyway.
It'll come
so
in the
it doesn't
mail, though.
matter.
It will arrive.
You're not gonna spend $60.
Somebody
You'll
will pick
spend
that mail up.
$50
Yeah,
because
the
you're
game's
getting
gonna arrive. You
20%
know,
off.
somebody
The
else.
next
will play it
resident
instead.
of that location.
Oh yeah, sorry, Jesus, I forgot about your $10 off.
20% off. You get like you'll pay
No.
$50
Pay $50. Wow.
instead of 60, and you'll be dead. So it's okay. You get to see the next person play it, and it's fine. You'll be fine. Just pre-order the fuck
You
out
can
of
come
it.
back and watch that.
Just think of it as watching a stream. You're watching a stream of somebody else playing it. You know?
Yeah. You'd be in heaven or hell, whatever you believe in, and you'll be watching people play a game for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm sure they
that
still have
game.
Twitch in heaven, right? They gotta have Twitch in heaven.
They
still.
probably have
They
Twitch.
have to.
They probably don't use Mixer up there. It's probably too
You know,
shitty
it's
for
probably,
them.
like 10K screen. You know.
Mixer's down in hell.
In hell, they use YouTube Gaming.
Yeah, it's all red. Yeah.
Oh shit. But that's it. That's all I have for news. Pre-order right now before the 28th. It's coming.
All right, Jesus, let's get into the community questions.
soon. Any questions?
Questions time. All right. First one we have is from Andrew, the news guy. He says, if I beat Arnold in the parakeet race, despite my own bird's deformalities, and there are no children around for him to cause any disqualifications, how much OxyClean would you say is 2 months worth?
2 months worth of OxyClean. It's like one bucket.
Yeah, one. I'm saying one bucket.
One bucket, right? Like, because you don't use much OxyClean. When you use OxyClean, you
Yeah,
use like
just
one
a
little cap.
a bucket is probably like 6 months
Yeah,
worth of
fucking-
OxyClean. I would
Like
think.
I mean, like
I
a
would
little,
just
like maybe
lost this question.
maybe a half bucket.
not a bucket, but you know what I mean? Like the little tub thing that's like this big, you know, like
yeah.
a little tiny one. Like maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That little tiny tub is probably about 6 months worth. You just take a little scoop of that shit out, don't you?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, what is Arnold the parakeet race?
Arnold is a parakeet race. That some guy posted a flyer somewhere in Portland saying that in Wilsonville, where I work, that he's going to be at the Safeway parking lot with Arnold, a bird that he has, a parakeet, and he's gonna be racing the bird with you. Like if you can beat Arnold, he'll give you 2 months supply of OxyClean.
Oh,
But he
got
says
it.
that he doesn't want Tyler to show up because Tyler know what
Yeah.
the fuck what happened last year.
We don't know what happened.
But
what happened?
Tyler knows what happened last year.
Tyler knows what
And then
happened.
he
but
said-
we
Right, because
don't.
even Andrew says
If
if
you
Tyler's
s-
listening, fuck
yeah.
you know what you did.
Yeah, if Tyler shows up, Arnold's owner is set to call the police on Tyler.
Yeah.
So
If you see him anywhere near the event, you're supposed to call him. and let them know that Tyler's around.
I want to show up to that parking lot just to see if this dude shows up with the parakeet. He's out there like waiting for people to race him.
Dude, you should go race the parakeet.
You go race against the parakeet, run down the parking lot against the parakeet.
I think you should do it.
Right
You
now.
and Jonathan should both go race him.
You would know what we're talking about.
I want you guys both wearing bird hats.
People that are listening that don't know what the fuck we're talking about, if you're a part of the community, you can see this dumb shit we post in there. And Jonathan Hall posted this flyer of this stupid bird race. Pretty much.
Yeah, I must have missed that because I'm definitely
right?
lost myself. So.
Yeah, me too. I obviously should read my own page. Very good.
Sure if Jonathan posted that himself, like to his own wall. I wasn't sure if that was in our group or not.
Was it in the group? I don't know. It could have been to the wall. I don't know.
I can't remember.
We'll see.
But yeah, I saw the flyer too. Jesus, that was hilarious.
Very funny shit. Yeah.
But Jonathan Hall does have a question. He says, what games are you most excited for on the next gen of systems?
I don't know. I mean, the next gen, I need to know what the next gen system is before I'm excited for a game.
None. No, I think all the games are going to work on the Xbox
I have one.
X.
I do have one that I'm excited about for the next gen of systems.
Yeah.
And I think Mark from TXL would agree with us. It's Crackdown 3. But bump.
Oh my God, Gunny.
God.
And your joke just...
Like a lead fart? Okay.
Fucking Jesus. Guys, we apologize to all the listeners listening out there. Gunny, I mean, he might not be on the show very much longer.
Yeah, we might be fired.
We apologize. I mean, this is just shit you don't deserve. You don't deserve this kind of quality of content.
I don't know. Cyberpunk,
apologize.
is that coming out this year? Next year?
They say
gonna be on this-
2019. And they say the
That'll
game
be
is
on-
done. So
I
I'm
don't-
thinking 2019. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Maybe so a better question. Do you think when we went from the 360, and I think PS3 did the same thing when it went to PS4 and to the Xbox One, I was able to get Destiny, OG Destiny, and I think, was it Forza 5? I was able to upgrade those for free from GameStop onto the next-gen system.
Okay. Well,
So do you think we'll see the same thing? Like, could I say, would Cyberpunk be, if it does kind of come in late 2019?
you're probably going to buy a digital, so it'll probably just work on your next system. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be backwards compatible systems. Like, games that work on the next gen are going to work on the Xbox One X.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
They're gonna work.
We do have that backwards compatibility.
Yeah, it's going to work.
Where that was never announced.
And
for
I
Xbox
even
One.
think PlayStation will do the same thing, where the PS5, if that's what it's called, I'm pretty sure it is. The games on the PS4 will work on the PS5. The games on the PS5 will work on the PS4. It'll just be like a dumbed down version of the game. Like, oh, the PS5 has ray tracing, PS4 doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if everything's still going to be available on the current system, then I'm not really going to be that excited for a new game on the next system. So
the only thing that we're going to be excited about is ray tracing and dumb fucking buzzwords like that.
I mean, I'll be excited for games, obviously, but I won't be excited to see the games on the new system because I just get to play the game anyways.
20 for teraflops.
But if I had to pick an answer, I mean, Cyberpunk, seems like it's going to be really good, so that'd probably be my answer at the moment.
20
But-
teraflops.
Oh, and of course, I'm a little biased, but yeah, State of Decay 3 I'll be excited for.
That's going to be the keywords. I'm telling you, ray tracing 20 teraflops. And like Phil Spencer's going to say ray tracing like 50 times on stage. Ray tracing exclusive. Xbox ray tracing exclusive. They're going to show ray tracing.
GTA 6.
But that's going to be it. Like gaming on consoles will be a lot like PC, where all the games on a gaming PC work on all the gaming PCs, except like some gaming PCs can't run it because they're so old. So like OG Xbox won't be able to run games that an Xbox One, whatever the fuck the next one's called, will. But like maybe an Xbox One X will. Maybe not at 60 frames a second, but maybe at 30 frames a second. Like shit like that.
Yeah. Right.
But as far as excited for any games, no, nothing hypes me because I know all the games that have been announced and have been shown are pretty much going to come out on this gen. If anything, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, whatever the fuck, 6.
Yeah, that might be next gen.
Yeah, that might be next gen
Yes.
only, but that really is.
That's true.
It seems like they got a few other projects first, and
Yeah.
that they're working on.
So the thing is it's so far out. Is like, we don't know what a company might not even be working on that game yet.
Yeah, they could have just made a stupid trailer.
Like, yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? No one knows.
Yeah. Anyway, next question, Brian Tulp Jr. What is something you have procrastinated on saying you're going to do, but still have never done?
I mean, for me, like one thing I actually talked to Jesus about once, I had a couple of unreleased episodes that I'm finally starting to get out, but it took me a while. So I got one of them was released, and I have one other episode that I'm planning to release. So that kind of be mine, that I have like some backlogged episodes that I just never got around to releasing.
Okay. This is like a weird question.
Titanfall in there?
yeah.
I feel like very personal right now. Like, this is like this is a very personal question.
Brian Tulp, he's getting the survey together.
I don't want to answer this. I feel like invaded right now. My space, bro. Give me my space.
I can't think of anything, that I pretty much...
You could think of something, but you just don't want to tell it. Like me, I
Right.
think of a lot of shit, but I don't want to tell it on the show.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm thinking...
I haven't put the crib together yet. That's what I'm
thinking,
Is that what you were?
just my...
Think about it in terms of gaming then. Like, what game have you considered on playing that you really want to play or something? Think of it in that way,
Right.
maybe.
Because I was thinking change my underwear every day. But no, like a video game? Oh, okay. Sorry.
okay.
Thought we were getting personal. Boy. Yeah,
There's
I
nothing.
think
Yeah. Sorry, Brian.
Dumb question. Ask better questions next time.
Come on.
Yes.
Moving on now.
He's asked all the questions.
I tried to help out, Brian. I tried to help.
Now he's only got dumb questions left
Stupid
to ask.
questions. Jesus.
Josh Escherman. He has a question. What are you hoping to be your top 3 games of, and it kind of got lobbed off, but I think it's 2018. Top 3 games of 2018? Let's go
year?
back and
So
this year.
I think this year, I'm going to say right now, the top 3 games for me are probably going to be, of course, Red Dead, of course, God of War, and then it's a toss-up between, if I get to play Spider-Man, maybe Spider-Man will be up there, maybe Tomb Raider will be up there. I don't think Battlefield or Call of Duty will make the cut this year. They're going to be good games, but they're not going to be like games that I'm like, oh, fucking God, boom, my head explodes, like, no, I'm definitely going to be super hyped for Red Dead, I think, and of course, probably Tomb Raider, Spider-Man, probably God of War. Sea of Thieves and City of Decay just don't make the cut. I'm sorry, Microsoft. They just don't compare to those games. Just can't compare to them.
Right.
Well, they make my cut.
No, you don't count, Derek.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
God
here.
of War.
You play God of War? Play God of War.
No,
man.
I don't
change
play
your
any
life.
PlayStation games.
It's a life changer.
The
God
only
of War
PlayStation I've ever owned is
was
PS2.
God of War was a fucking amazing
Fucking
game.
incredible.
Like it really
holy
was.
Shit.
Yeah.
That game will change your life forever.
I don't know about that,
It'll
but
change your life.
Well, if it comes to Xbox, maybe I'll try.
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That'll never ever happen. Good luck with that one.
And I guess I won't be playing.
Oh man.
And I didn't even play that on a Pro. I played it on a OG fucking PlayStation 4, and it was fucking awesome.
One of the best
Such a
looking
good
games ever. Like, I don't even know how the fuck they got it to look that good, but they did. It looks better than
Yeah, the only
90%
Sony thing I've ever owned, I owned the last version of the PS2, like when the PS2 was like going out the door.
What?
Like that's the only Sony I've ever owned.
Jesus, dude. What the hell
Really?
is wrong with you? Like everybody I know besides you now, we used to own the PS1, the PS2, the PS3. Like, that's fucking crazy.
I never had a PS2.
You
I
never
played
had,
it.
what?
Never owned it.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is
I-
wrong with you?
I
That's
was
like the
playing.
best system
I was on
ever.
Xbox. I was on Xbox.
I was
during
working,
PS2.
and I had an OG Xbox.
What?
Yeah, I've owned all the Xboxes. I've owned like some Nintendo systems, but I've just never been a Sony guy. So.
During the PS2
Where am I
years,
right now?
I vowed not to buy a Sony
What
console.
the fuck am I? Where
and,
am I?
And
What
that,
is this
and it
going
was
on here?
it was I didn't buy a PS3 until long into PS3's life
neither.
cycle.
Guys are
And then
sick.
I bought a PS4 at launch.
Guys are wrong. Guys, PS2 is the best system ever made in the history of systems.
Or no, I didn't buy a PS4 at launch, actually, now that I think
No, you
about it.
didn't. You bought like a couple years into it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a couple of years into that I bought the PS4. But yeah, because I bought a PS4, I think when... No. I can't remember now.
It's a long time ago, right? Long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's not really that I'm like against the PS4. Like it's not that I'm anti-Sony or anything. It's just I'm already into the Xbox games that I like, and I don't have enough time to go around. So for me, if I don't have enough time to go around anyways, why am I going to spend the money on a Sony system when I don't even have enough time to play all the Xbox games I want to play?
Makes
So,
sense.
That's
Well,
kind of what it's
because there are quality first-party games worth playing.
Yeah, all right.
That's what.
right. Like God of War and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't have the time to sink into it. So I mean, like for me, it wouldn't really make sense to buy the Sony.
You would make the time because you'd start playing
so?
it and you'd be like, fuck, yeah, I need to play this. Trust me.
the time. You make the time.
I'd
I
have to
can't
give
think of
up
what
some State of
my
Decay
top
time
three
for
would
that.
be.
I mean, for me, number one has to be State of Decay 2. Like, it's kind of obvious at this point, but I love everything about that game. I think Sea of Thieves would make the cut for me. I am waning on my interest a little bit in it just because of the time sink it has. And third one on my list, I would think it's still probably undecided. I mean, there's some great games still coming out this year, so I think my third one would probably be undecided. But I think those two would probably be in there for me just because I have to sink a lot of time into them.
Like I said, I'm super interested in Tomb Raider, man. I think Tomb Raider is going to really like blow my expectations from what I know what I'm getting into when I see Tomb Raider, but I think when I actually play it, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, this is incredible. And I think it might like that's why I say that's a toss up between that and like other games, you know what I mean? Like even God of War, and it's like what the fuck, you know, like it's gonna have to be up there, I think. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. I just think a lot of people are not going to play the game because, like I said, it's coming out right after Spider-Man. Everybody's going to be into Spider-Man. It's going to overshadow Tomb Raider. It just is.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like Red Dead and Fallout 76 both seem intriguing to me, so I have to kind of see more about those. But I think one of those could make my cut.
I think Fallout 76 is not going to do that good.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
I
gonna
have
be
a
good.
feeling like it's gonna
See, I would have said Fallout too, but since it does have that co-op, and I really don't know much about this.
I think people are not going to be
this
into
world?
the co-op. Like, oh, this like help, like watch me build this base for 3 months. Oh, and Brian gets a fucking nuke with Jesus, and they just troll me and blow my shit up. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, people are going to be pissed about that. And like,
Oh, so you control people that hard in there?
yeah, like they already
Yeah.
said like you can legit go around and find like these nuke codes, and like you need multiple keys, right, to like launch a nuke. But like if say I get a nuke key and you got a nuke key, and like we're like, hey, let's go fucking blow up Gunny's base, and we decide to team up and go and put the keys in together at the same time and launch a nuke, we can blow up Gunny's base and his shit will be gone. Like it'll just be
Destroy like
destroyed.
6 months worth.
Yeah, just gone.
And then Gunny
done.
quits the game.
And then Gunny will never play Fallout 76 again.
Hey, you know, this
And we
is also
win.
online.
Woo!
And since we're into the doom and gloom here, I think the other things might be like, we might think, well, it's so hard to get codes, these launch codes, that nobody will ever be able to figure it out and never be able to
Bullshit.
do it. And I'll have Alan maybe just join my
Alan, maybe
game,
we'll find
right?
everywhere
He'll
to
just
go.
join in, and then boom, just nukes my. I'll be like, well, how the hell did you? He goes, dude, oh yeah, man, there's some glitches in this game and some exploits that I already figured out.
Dude, and so I wonder if they're gonna do something
Right,
like you guys remember what's that game? The
Kidding.
Kojima game, Metal Gear Solid, right? The last one that came out.
Alan liked
and
that.
they had the online bullshit where people can raid your base and they can steal everything from your base, but you could buy
Yes.
insurance. Are they gonna sell insurance for Fallout 76 shelters?
Hey, we've seen that as a microtransaction before in
Yeah,
games.
like I
Back
said,
in the
Metal
360
Gear had it.
insurance.
Metal Gear had
Yep.
insurance, dude. You could pay. You can legitimately pay. It was $9.99 a month. It was
Yeah.
a monthly thing. $9.99 a
crazy.
month for your insurance for your base. Now I'm wondering, will Fallout have the $9.99 a month insurance for the Fallout 76 bases?
And people actually paid that?
People
Like,
paid that. People pay that still
Seriously?
for a Metal Gear
Damn.
game.
So here's
stupid.
two more things, right? The other one might be, well, look, like Pete Hines or whatever his name said, that you can have this. Also, you can just have this single player experience. You don't have to be online.
But you're always online. What do you mean you can't have the single player experience?
Okay, so a single player experience. So you're not playing with other players, but how
is that
much will
fun?
this single player experience hold you as far as exploration, excitement?
How is that fun, right? The whole point of the game
How
is
is
to
it
be able to
fun?
build
Right?
shit
See,
and play with friends.
if they have that single player experience, that might draw me back in a little more because I don't want to have to risk some asshole coming up and destroying my base that I've worked for 6 months on. Like I don't want to have to risk that. So,
Yeah, because he read an online forum or went to YouTube to figure out how to destroy your base without actually being there, or some stupid shit, Or this could be a lot of hoopla.
That's
about
why
nothing.
I don't think
Everybody
Fallout
play it.
76 is a game for Fallout type of gamers that are into the single player big story. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. See, that's why I like the State of Decay franchise so much, because the State of Decay franchise, there's very little room for griefing. If Jesus joins my game and he wants to grief me, there's almost nothing he can do to me. All he can really do is if I put something in a trunk, he could probably steal out of the trunk. That's about all you can do to me.
Break open all the rucksacks. I can.
Yeah,
Couldn't he firebomb your survivors?
Oh.
Can you still do that or not?
No.
You can't do that anymore. No.
Good.
Yeah. So I mean, really, all he can do is if I drop something on the ground, and a stupid idea, he could steal it. But
Could he carjack your car and just drive him off a cliff?
I mean, he could, but now that there's the unstuck feature for vehicles, it's not going to matter because you can unstick them. So there's almost no room for griefing in State of Decay, which I love.
See, there
Fallout
you go. There's
76 is
Fallout
going to
right
have
there.
all the rooms for griefing. All the rooms.
So I guess if you're a griefer, maybe Fallout's the game for you. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. And the beta people who play the game early get to keep all their progression for the full game. So good luck getting into day one when you have fucking people that are level 50 you're playing against, because they're level 50. They know where all the nuke codes are, and they're just launching nukes at all the noobs. That's going to happen. That's going to fucking happen.
Yes.
That's totally going to happen. Because someone's going to figure out how to glitch the codes or something, and they're going to have all the codes. And so when you get in there day one thinking, oh, my mom just bought me this game Christmas. Look at me. And then little Gunny Chief goes in there, and he's like, Dad, look at this. I'm building a base. It's so cool with my friends. And then Jesus, who's a troll, is going to come in and be like, I got a new code. I'm launching it against Gunny's kid. And then I launch the code, and Gunny's kid's space blows up, and he's going to cry forever. It's going to happen.
All I'm going to hear is screaming, Jesus blew my base up!
Yep. And it's going to happen. So good luck, guys, to you Fallout 76 players.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's kind of more of a wait and see for me. Because I'm definitely not pre-ordering Fallout.
The more you wait, Derreck, the more codes those people are going to have against you when you get in there, they're going to have all the codes already. You're fucked.
But if I didn't wait and I already started building my base, then they could blow up my base that I've already worked on. So why am I going to spend time working on it?
You got to get in there day one. You got to be the first one to get the codes so you can launch all the... You got to have the power, man.
Hey, it's like that game Rust. It's not on Xbox yet. I don't think it plans on being yet, but it's on PC, and it has where you can build the bases, right? And you're in these servers. Well, you know how you can join the servers just like you can in Ark. And they have many of YouTube videos to show you how to go up to somebody's base. And I should just call them areas or smaller areas where you can just go and take a grenade and blow up a certain portion of that space that you are, that you own, that you keep your chest, and steal all your shit. So if there's a will, there's a way. As far as top 3 games for 2018, I was thinking Metro Exodus, but wait a minute. That got delayed. Damn it.
February 22nd.
So let's go Battlefield 5 for victory. And Forza Horizon 4. Is that the next one coming out?
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm going to need now.
So you're into the Forza stuff?
I love Forza. Love racing games.
The cars are nice.
So,
look at the cars. They look so good. They look
because
good.
It's coming to Game Pass. I'm definitely going to try it because it's on Game Pass. But I mean,
what about EA's new game?
What new game?
Their new
Battlefield?
No. Whatever the hell. I'm pretty sure it's coming out
What the fuck are you talking about? Madden? FIFA?
No, it's
NHL?
Anthem?
It's like Titanfall. What?
Anthem?
Anthem?
Anthem.
That's
Yeah.
next year.
It's out this year.
That's next year.
Damn it.
February 22nd.
No games are coming out this year, so forget it.
Just Cause, Gunny. Just Cause.
Oh, Just Cause 4. Yeah.
Just Cause 4.
I saw the new trailer gameplay for the Tornado.
What are we doing? We're just like going through like all the
Fucking
coming
top 3 games, bro. There's lots of games coming out, man. Like, I just know I'm looking forward to Lara Croft's adventures, and they say this is the last game that she's going to be in where she's young. The next ones they're going to be working on, it'll be a trilogy where she's like a little bit older, I think, and then they're going to get when she's super old and she's like using a wheelchair and fucking shit up in a wheelchair.
Cool.
Lara Croft, wheelchair edition.
Walker.
Lara Croft. You see her use the zip line with her walker.
No. I don't want to see them cellulite bubbles.
treasure, guys.
She's still,
And her cane has like
wearing,
her cane has a hook on the end of it, so she uses her cane as a hook.
Her cane is her grapple.
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. Yeah, it's a grappler.
Oh, and it's a gun too at the same time. It's just she's super cool like that. She's like fucking Batman.
Her wheelchair's got like turbo on us. You can just turbo with the wheelchair.
Yeah. I want to make that Lara Croft game next.
You're like in the wheelchair hunting deer.
There you go.
Bow.
Shirt Pockets has a question, guys, for Gunny Chief.
Right.
For me.
Gunny Chief, I got a question. Why do girls never have matching socks?
Hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Oh, she's not here. She never has matching socks. I was gonna ask
Ryan, why does Kathy never have matching socks? Because see, now I'm never looking down. That's the problem. I don't look that far. I don't look that far down.
Wait.
Shirt pockets.
Show respect, Gunny. How dare you?
So I never. I don't know.
strike
Maybe
4.
they're.
It's not supposed to be
fucking
4 strikes,
You're outta
Jesus.
here.
Oh, okay. How about this? Let's be less offensive. I think because women more than men are colorblind.
What?
Okay, that was offensive. Damn it! I don't know.
I don't know. They don't like to match socks. I
I think
met a
they
lot
have
of
colored
females.
socks. Men wear either black or white.
I know a lot of females who wear like different socks. Yeah, and they're right. Yep. Like they'll wear like completely fucking different socks.
Yep.
Like one will be like fucking
Purple
blue,
and fucking green.
Yeah, blue and pink or something with like some stupid frog on it, and the other one will be like
Maybe they just want to be more colorful. I don't know.
I thought it was more. That was more of a hipster type.
It could be a hipster thing. Maybe girls are hipsters. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go ask my wife real quick.
Does she have matching socks?
Kathy,
Usually, yeah, honestly. So maybe she's an exception to the rule. I don't know.
Exception, yeah. She, I don't know. That's not normal. Not normal behavior.
I don't know.
Derek.
mine doesn't wear socks.
I had another question by Shirt
Hillbilly.
Pockets. He messaged me yesterday, actually. He was like, Jesus, I need help. And I was like, I'm here to help. HGP technical support. Jesus here. How can I help you? And he was like, I'm thinking about getting an Xbox One X. And I was like, you're a smart man. You're a fucking genius. And he was like, but should I trade in my OG Xbox to GameStop? Because currently they're running a promotion, guys, until I think the end of this weekend, where you can trade in an OG Xbox One and get 200 credit, an Xbox One S and get 250, or a PS4 Pro and get up to 300 for that. A Switch gets you, a Nintendo Switch will get you 250. So, I mean, they're pretty good prices, and those go towards the Xbox One X. And I told him, fuck yeah, dude, do it, man. For $300 for a new Xbox One X, it's a fucking good deal. Like, you're saving a lot of money there, and you're going to get a better system, like better hardware, like way better hardware than when you're running on an Xbox One OG. So he said he's going to do it. So congratulations to him. Hopefully he did it, and hopefully he goes through with it. I mean, it'd be nice. Like I said, that's a pretty good deal, man. You're getting $200 for an OG Xbox, you know, like, it's completely worth it. $250 for an Xbox One S. You're going to pay half price for an Xbox One X and get better performance and be like future proofed a little bit when the next gen comes out.
Yeah, and if he does this and he talks to a female employee there, he can ask her why the girls never have actual socks.
You could.
Yes, and then report back to us.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you going to say, Ryan?
I don't remember.
You forgot that quick? It was like 2 seconds ago. You fucking forget that quick.
I don't know.
Something about an Xbox One X?
Lost.
Xbox One? Derek, do you have an Xbox One X?
I was gonna say it depends
I don't.
on whether,
I have the S still.
Okay.
I was gonna say it depends on whether you need a second Xbox in your house or not.
Well,
You know,
most people
It's up to you. If you don't, then trade it in. Why not?
Yeah, trade it in.
You're getting a pretty decent deal for an OG Xbox.
You know, Derek, will you jump on that deal? $250 for an Xbox One S?
If I had the 250, then yes, but I don't have the 250, so.
It's a good fucking deal, man. But yeah, there's that. So go do that, people, if you want to do that.
So
See, that's the thing. Is like a lot of these deals, I would love all these deals, but I just don't have the money for these deals even. So,
Nah, that's how we all feel sometimes, man. That's how we all feel. Sometimes. Yeah. You don't have time for all the deals and all the sales. And like, I hate when Xbox does sales like random times of the month. They're like, this game is like $10 like right now. I'm like, fuck. I wasted all my money on games like earlier this month. Shit.
See, and I told you for Speed this week is 15. It's $15.
Like,
it scared me right in the face, and I'm like,
and like they do the sales every week, dude. They do them with like the Xbox Live Gold sales every week. Like they update them, and it's like one week I'll have like a fucking super cool game, and you're like, fuck. Only if I had like the $20 to spare on that. You know what I mean? But I don't want to because it's like I need money for the other games coming out.
I just pre-ordered the games. That's why I'm not going to spend the 15 on that.
Now, I'm pretty sure I know what your guys' answer is going to be, but just to clarify, do you think it's still worth it to get the X if you don't have a 4K TV?
People say, oh, yeah, because it'll play better. But I say don't do it because the S will play just fine.
You're not getting your money's worth. Let's just say that.
Right.
You're getting a better experience, but is it worth it? I don't know. You might be better off to get an S. I mean, because the games run pretty good on an 1080 on an S.
That's part of why I haven't yet, because I don't have a 4K TV yet. So for me, like the S, runs fine with the TV I have. So
I mean, it's an amazing complement to a 4K TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it totally is a system that you want to get the full experience out of it, and that's with the 4K.
That's kind of what I heard. Yeah.
With that being said, though, we'll super sample your games to 1080p, and it would look great.
Yeah,
they're always going to look sharper. Even if you have a 1080p TV and you get an Xbox One X, you're still going to get a sharper image on your TV than on your Xbox One S.
Right. That's what I figured.
System. So. Yeah,
I kind of wonder actually if Microsoft will in the future like bundle a TV with this too. Like, hey, give us $75 a month, and we'll give you a TV too.
TV,
take that bundle.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't know if they would ever do that. I mean, this TV is expensive, right? And I don't think it would be worth it if it was for a TV because TVs drop in price so quickly compared to a console.
Yeah.
They drop in price so fast, you know.
I'm sure they take the money though if it's a monthly deal. Like, hey, sign this contract. Yeah, $75 a month. We'll give you the TV, the Xbox,
and the Xbox, and the games, and the live service. You get all of it. Just pay us everything. $100 a month. We'll give you everything you need. We'll give you food too. Exactly. We'll send you a pizza every week.
Oh damn! You throw the pizza in there, might be in.
With pineapple.
It's a good system though. I mean, I recommend it for people that are interested in gaming in a good system. But yeah, that's it. That's all we have for news. That's all we have for questions. With that being said, we're done. You can find me on Xbox Live tonight playing Halo, maybe some Sea of Thieves before Halo. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 tonight. I'll be definitely playing that. Trying to rank up my guys to level 35, get the purple cards. Yeah. Jesus Walks Loud is my tag. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, right now that you tell 2 of your friends about HGP. And then you tell those 2 friends to tell 2 more friends. And then you get those 2 friends to tell those other 2 friends, to tell the other 2 friends, to tell 2 more friends each. And just keep doing that forever. And leave us reviews on iTunes. We need them. All the reviews. Spread the love. We love you guys. We're done. I'm done.
You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and PSN under Gib8777.
And you can find me on Xbox. Derek, where do we find you?
For me, you can find me on Twitter at BlaiseXPeriance. My gamer tag is also the same thing, capital B, capital X, and a capital P. And then you can also email me if you want to email me, TheBlaiseXperience@gmail.com, or in any of my podcasts. You can find my Discord in any of my podcast links.
Gunny Chief, I need you to repeat yourself because this cough when you were speaking.
Oh,
that's what I thought. Yes. I thought it coughed. But...
Yes, find me on Xbox and on Steam under gamertag Gunny Chief.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Go do it.
All right, we're done. We're fucking done. Get the fuck out. Gunny, you're fired.
What does Gidget say, Jesus?
Peace out, Brussels. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll see you next week on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast 221. We're done.
Bye.
Bye-bye.